starting the stream.
Welcome back to Armchair Fans, everybody. This episode of Armchair Fans is brought to you by our friends at Now TV. You can stream on the go with a Sky Sports mobile month pass for just £5.99 by clicking the link in the description below. It gives you unlimited access to 5 Sky Sports channels, including Sky Sports Premier League. So if you want to watch the big derby alongside us tonight, make sure you hit that link in the description below, because that's what we're here to do. Watch Man United versus Man City. And joining me, Man United fan, Michael McCabbin. How are you, Mikey?
I'm good. Bit nervous. A little bit, not really sure how I'm feeling, actually.
Same. Man City fan, James Wayne?
Yeah, a bit the same, really. Must-win game. I think the title is decided here.
Ooh, big statement. And of course, Adam Templeman, Social Corner Temps. What is your role for the
My
night?
role is to ask you guys questions, and I'm in the best position because I'm a pure neutral.
Yeah.
Surely you're supporting City?
I am supporting City, but I'm not nervous.
Yeah,
enjoy the game.
Should be.
Yeah, so make sure you get all of your questions into Adam. He will read them out to us. Make sure you're commenting, make sure you're liking. If you are new to the channel, make sure you hit subscribe. And of course, click that link to watch the game. Let's get the first question then, Temps. Who or what is it about?
First question is from Jeff. We covered it in Transfer Talk today, so we may as well start with it.
Okay.
It's about Paul Pogba. He's been linked to Real Madrid. Jeff wants to know, should he stay or should he leave in the summer?
Oh.
It's a difficult one, isn't it?
Take it?
Oh, it's so hard. If Real Madrid actually come calling, it's quite difficult to turn that down. Like a Real Madrid team who are really looking to push on from their recent disappointment. United still looks like a side and a club that are 2 or 3 years away from getting back to the top, if that. So it's a really difficult one, and it depends who else Real Madrid go for as well. And it depends how much money they offer, because if they don't offer as much as, if they don't offer like 150 mil, then he's not leaving United. I don't think United take anything less than that. So I don't know if it's really in his hands, but from a personal perspective, at this age, if Real Madrid were really serious, you probably would go if you're Paul Pogba.
Yeah.
That would be my gut.
You'd be stupid not to at this stage in his career and your own career, in terms of like the way Manchester United are now, nowhere near where Real Madrid are. Just got Zidane back. You would be stupid not to go if they came calling in the summer.
What do you say, Joe?
Oh. See, I don't know whether I get that Real Madrid is an incredibly attractive proposition. Obviously, for Paul Pogba, the Zinedine Zidane connection makes a huge difference. But it's not as if Real Madrid aren't in a huge period of transition right now. Real Madrid are struggling massively in La Liga. We're obviously not seeing them competing for a title alongside Barcelona. They're 12, 13 points off at the moment. Struggling in the Champions League, absolutely slapped about by Ajax at the Bernabeu 4-1. About to lose a number of key players. You'd imagine maybe Luka Modric leaves this summer if they do indeed want to sign a central midfielder like Paul Pogba. Sergio Ramos coming towards the back end of his career. No Cristiano Ronaldo anymore. Karim Benzema coming towards the end of his career. Gareth Bale seemingly going to be moved on. So it's a side in transition as well. It's not as if he's joining the Real Madrid in Season 2 or Season 1 under Zidane that are going to win the Champions League, are going to battle for a La Liga title, and are packed full of superstars that are all in full flow. So that's a side in transition as well right now. It's not as if he goes to Real Madrid and walks into a La Liga title straight away, or walks into a Champions League. And maybe it is slightly closer than Manchester United are right now, and I would probably agree with that. But equally, I think it'd be a big decision for Paul Pogba. And I get that he might not like it right now at Manchester United, but if he doesn't believe in the project and what Manchester United are trying to do under Solskjaer, then leave. Man United should take the money and let him go.
Yeah.
He needs to buy in.
Yeah, I mean, if he's definitely not committed to it, I'd say as well. Like, I don't know who he knows at Real Madrid, but I think that's one thing that's probably a big positive for him at United, is that he's got quite a lot of mates at United, isn't it? He's like a pretty big a big personality within the squad. He's
potential
been mates.
captain.
Yeah, potential captain, should probably be captain next season. Obviously, has been really good mates with someone like Jesse Lingard for years and years and years. Like, all those kind of personal factors come into it as well, and whether again, starting afresh at another club who are looking to kind of rebuild after 3 years, kind of, which would go down as a failure at United, maybe maybe he wouldn't fancy that. Maybe, he feels like he needs to follow this through and actually, be deemed a success at Old Trafford, which, you wouldn't be able to say he has been if
like
he
you
left
said
this
as
summer.
well, it'd take a big chunk to get him out. And I don't know whether Real Madrid are identifying Paul Pogba as a key target, to be totally honest. I think they've got more pressing areas of concern. They're going to be looking to rebuild nearly an entire front line with what feels like Gareth Bale about to leave as well, Cristiano last season, Karim Benzema aging out. Do they choose to spend 150 million of their budget on central midfield when we're looking at players like Kovacic still out on loan that can return? Modric and Kroos in there already. You've got Casemiro in there as well, and then some of the youngsters that actually Zidane bought in the first place in his first spell at Real Madrid that you would think are probably going to fit into this side at some stage. Like, do they think, that's going to be our main signing, Paul Pogba? I guess a Galactico, but I think there are more pressing areas of concern that a Galactico would also fit. 150 million on Hazard or 150 million on Paul? I think you'd probably go Hazard if you're Real Madrid.
Yeah, probably, especially wide attackers. They need at least one this summer, don't they? And like you say, midfield, they're actually relatively well stocked. Obviously, you forget about players like Isco as well. But yeah, I don't know what the final answer to that is. But yeah, I genuinely, like you were saying, I just don't think Real Madrid fork out that much for him.
Neither do I. I think, but also do not discount PSG. PSG losing two central midfielders in the summer in Rabiot. Lo Celso's just agreed a permanent move to Real Betis. Obviously going to be an area that they are looking to address. Paul Pogba, a superstar name, a Frenchman, would probably be the king of Paris if he was to arrive alongside Mbappe. So I wouldn't discount PSG being extremely interested if Paul does become available.
Would he go?
Yeah, man. Yeah. Pogba and Kylian Mbappe probably challenge further in the Champions League than Manchester United will and guarantee league titles.
Yeah.
That'd be so mad.
Any more?
Next question.
Next question.
Staying on United as a topic, Stephen wants to know, this is a silly question, but should De Gea be dropped because of his poor performances? Well, let's just say, if he continues with poor performances, then should he be dropped? Or is he just an undroppable keeper?
It depends how far they go, but like all the mistakes that he's made recently have still been anomalies. That mistake against Barcelona, I've basically never seen him make a mistake like that in a United shirt. I think if he was constantly performing poorly, I'd understand, but he's not been. He's just not been unbelievable. Like look at some of the saves he was pulling off against Everton on the weekend. Like, he is still, one of the top 3 keepers in the world. He's still performing well. He's just not performing amazingly. And Sergio Romero, I like him a lot as a backup keeper. I think he's also rarely put a foot wrong in a United shirt. But to say that De Gea is actually like in droppable form is a bit ridiculous. He's still probably one of our best performing players on a consistent basis. He just isn't at the level that he was last season, which was ridiculous.
Totally agree. I think it's like saying, if one of the most elite forwards in world football had like an 8-game dry spell, like if Harry Kane had an 8-game dry spell, you still wouldn't be thinking about dropping him because he's, even at his most mediocre, he's still one of the best.
It's like most
he's still better than Romero at a mediocre level. Like, Romero, fine keeper, like comes in, does a job at the League Cup, and I get he's kept a lot of clean sheets at Manchester United, but to try and say that David De Gea should be dropped because he's made 2 or 3 mistakes after the form he showed across his career is just ridiculous. He could turn up again. Would anybody at home be surprised, genuinely, if he turned up tonight and produced a 20 out of 10 performance and kept Man City out single-handedly? I wouldn't. No. We'd all be like, it's another De Gea worldie.
Even if he keeps up this form, you've got to give a player like him slack. Because the fact that the situations he's got them out of, you can say, okay, fair enough, maybe like if you're like 8-game terrible spell, you still can't drop him because he's done so much for you. He'll probably pick it back up. So bit of a silly one that. From
you're just suggesting really silly things. Stop being so silly.
Talking points. It's from Malik. It's not to do with any players in this game. It's okay. Virgil van Dijk is apparently PFA Player of the Year. It's not official yet, but apparently it's unofficially official.
How do you feel? It was in Manchester.
I mean, it's the players voting, so I mean, it's down to them. I don't really feel aggrieved. Obviously, I would like it to be Sterling because he plays for my club, but I think Virgil van Dijk's done a stellar job, sorted out a defence that needed to be sorted out, and the fact that it is sorted out has pushed them to challenge for the Premier League. They've had their best season in the Premier League. Any other season they would be
way clear of this, Premier League title. They'd have the league wrapped up, but unfortunately for them, City have been so good. So, when the voting is before the end of the season, you can't, if City still go on to win, it's like, well, the voting's now, so there's nothing you can do about it. So I think it's fair enough. Obviously, I prefer it to be Sterling, just because I love him a lot more than I like Virgil van Dijk.
I think I would have voted for Sterling personally. I don't know what it is. Maybe I haven't watched quite enough Liverpool to fully appreciate Van Dijk this season. They've only let in like 20 goals, which is ridiculous. Every time I have seen them play, he has been one of the standout players, if not the standout player. So solid, and it is nice to see a defender win it again. Because I think the last one was Terry in 2005, and he was fully deserving of it, like an all-time great. And Van Dijk looks like that if he was to perform for the next 3 or 4 years in the same way, that he would also kind of get that kind of status. So I like the fact that it's a centre-back, but equally, I think maybe also just from an English perspective, I just think seeing the way that Sterling has progressed, especially over like the last 12 months, it's so... You can just see how much he's improved under Pep in the last year, and just how influential he is on that Man City team. I don't know. There's just a lot of pride in seeing Sterling, who's come through a lot of pressure and whatnot over the years, and has been around for a while now, despite his young age. Actually, be the most important attacking player in probably the best team in the world. It's just great to see. So I think maybe there's a bit of sentimentality towards that, but I would have voted for Sterling personally.
I would probably have voted for Sterling as well, based on some of his off-the-pitch stuff as well. I know that shouldn't be taken into account, but I would probably have taken it into account how much of an icon he's become off the field. But apparently he's going to win the Young Player of the Year award, which is a bit of an interesting one, because he still qualifies for that. So Virgil's going to win the Main Player of the Year award, and then Raheem's going to win the Young Player of the Year award, which is just crazy to think how much he's accomplished and what he's done off and on the field for football in England over the last 18, 24 months. And he's still, how old is he, 23? 24, which is just an incredible achievement for Raheem Sterling. So I think both of them are fully deserving of the award. If it had gone to either of them, I don't think anybody could have really batted an eyelid. So I think fair play to both of them for being this elite, because I don't think it's happened. I can't remember for a while, but it's been this sort of neck and neck for two clear standout players. Yeah. Obviously, like Mo Salah last season was everybody was.
People were saying
De Bruyne
as well.
De Bruyne actually, I kind of forget. I forget about KDB because he's had so many injuries.
But that was such a freak season from Salah that you can't not give it to him. Like De Bruyne was spectacular, but the return from Salah, you can't ignore that. So it's fair enough that you give it. But once again, Liverpool have pipped City to a player.
It's weird though, isn't it? Don't you think it's weird that they announce it, or they finalise it before the season's finished? Because I feel like if Liverpool finish the season trophyless, or if City finish the season with only the Carabao Cup, then that should have a defining factor in who. Maybe it should have.
Maybe, I don't know.
Ballon d'Or, innit?
Yeah, a little bit. I think you kind of get an idea of who the best players have been by this point.
Yeah,
and in some ways
it's left. You're not going to change too much in that time.
Yeah, and I feel like, especially as it's a players' vote, I think maybe that would skew the voting a little bit too much in the champions' favour. It's quite nice to see kind of slightly more random players win it. Like you wouldn't have had Stevie G win it back in 2006 if that was the case. You wouldn't have had. Trying to think of other players who've won it who weren't from the champions, but
Mo Salah didn't win it.
Yeah, of course, last year.
Last year. Either way, if you are new to this stream and you want to watch Manchester United versus Manchester City, it's 15 minutes till kickoff. You can watch the game by clicking the link in the description below and getting your Sky Sports mobile month pass, courtesy of our friends at Now TV, for just £5.99. Gives you unlimited access to 5 Sky Sports channels, including Premier League, where you can, of course, watch tonight's game. So click that link if you want to watch the big match. Should we get some thoughts on the game itself? How do we think it's going to go tonight? Who's going to win? How's it going to play out? Mikey, fellow United fan.
Well, I mean, my head is obviously saying a City win. There's only one team who's in form going into this game. City in miraculous form domestically. United in terrible form across the board. But I don't know, a game like this, it's really difficult. It was kind of the same last season. United in terrible form somehow managed to win 3-2 at the Etihad. I don't know how it's going to go, but just with the United back line tonight, it's just not looking incredibly promising. What is it? We've got is it Darmian at right wing back?
So we've got Darmian. Well, apparently, so the lineup on paper is Darmian at right wing back. a centre-back three, a triumvirate of Ashley Young, Lindelof and Smalling. Wow. And then, of course, Luke Shaw as the left wing-back. But we've also seen some slightly odd tactical nuances amongst Solskjaer's systems where he's put Young at left wing-back and Shaw's played in the right backs in the left of the centre-back slot. Although I could also see Darmian playing as a back three tonight.
Yeah.
Slightly more defensively sound than Young, so maybe he drops in as a centre-back. Either way, that's the back five. I don't know how it's going to line up exactly.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. I would take Darmian at right centre-back and Young at right wing-back, personally.
There's such an odd decision to select Darmian, in my opinion, from Solskjaer. You know, he's leaving in the summer. That's almost definitely happening. He's not going to get a new deal. Doesn't feel like he's been part of the plans at all under Solskjaer up to this point. In fact, I don't think he's started a game since January, or very start of February at the latest. It feels like this team for me is such an uninspiring Man United team. If I'm a Man United fan, which I am, that's why I said that. It's such an uninspiring team. I wanted to see youth, I wanted to see vibrance, I wanted to see bounce back from a terrible, terrible result against Everton. And I feel like I look at this team and I'm like, God, it's even worse than I saw at Everton. It's not like I'm excited by anyone out there. I wanted to see Greenwood potentially starting, or a James Garner or a Tahith Chong included. They're not even in the squad, or at least on the bench. I kind of look at it and I think, wow, Darmian's leaving in the summer. Why? Should we not be giving a youngster a game in there? If a player's ready, let's promote him. Let's promote him. Phil Jones and Smalling dropped from the squad tonight, not even on the bench. That probably, for me, signals that they're not part of Solskjaer's plans after the absolute calamitous mess away at Everton. So do we then...
So Phil Jones isn't even in the squad?
Phil Jones isn't even in the squad.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, he's not on the bench. Our bench is so attacking. It's like Alexis Sanchez, Juan Mata, Romelu Lukaku, Anthony Martial. I think Diogo Dalot's the only defender on there potentially. It's bizarre. I would have also liked to see McTominay start tonight. I feel like he's been
good from the
one of our better players.
And he's not even in the squad as well then? Or is he on the bench?
I don't think so. I'm not sure, but I don't think so.
That's weird. There must be an injury there, surely.
But surely that signals the end of the Smalling-Jones Chuckle Brother partnership.
You'd expect so, wouldn't you?
End of an era, mate.
From a City point of view, then, what are you expecting?
I mean, our team looks good. It's I'd say it's slightly odd not having Sane in, considering, just how many games we are playing, and Bernardo Silva and Sterling have been fantastic. I'm not saying they should be dropped from their ability levels, just from the sake of giving them a bit of a rest. Same thing goes for Gabby Jesus, who would have been nice, but I can't complain with our team setup. Maybe Company, he's a bit of a kind of hit and miss now and again, so that's the only area that really concerns me is Company being in our
so would you going to start Stones? Where is he? He's not even on the bench now.
Yeah, I mean, it must be an injury of some sort, because, everyone's getting bloody injured at the moment. But, from your point of view, the only thing that really concerns me is the Rashford-Lingard. The connection they have, the speed they have, the way that they're telepathic with each other. They know each other so well. They know where the pass is going to be, where the pass is coming from. So, with that injection of pace, we know how bad we are on the counter-attack. That's the only thing I can see really taking us that kind of 1-2 combo. A big ball behind us, because we are so far up the pitch that space is there to be attacked.
I wouldn't be worried about that at all.
No,
Rashford's been in terrible form, and Lingard's been in even worse form recently.
It's the derby, so your players will turn up.
Ever since I interviewed Lingard, he's fallen off a cliff.
Yeah, he went for a celebration.
He's promised me a celebration. He said he was going to be giving it some dance.
He doesn't like you, and he doesn't want to do the job. He is never going to score a goal again, purely because he doesn't want to do that celebration.
Do you know what, as well? We're like, Rashford has... I don't know whether Rashford's getting enough criticism. I see a lot of criticism levelled at Martial, a lot of criticism levelled at Romelu Lukaku.
He's your golden boy, though.
But Rashford is, I get he's the fans' golden boy, but really off form at the moment, really struggling to create good chances. If I see him on a 40-yard free kick tonight, I'll be fuming, because every single time he takes it, it goes into orbit.
I genuinely
else on it.
Can't remember the last time Pogba stood over a free kick, which is pretty worrying, isn't it?
He's got a weird technique.
So frustrating.
He does have weird. It can be great.
When he gets it right, it's brilliant.
I have seen it a few times at the back of it. Temps, what about from a neutral's point of view? What are you expecting from tonight?
I'm fully expecting City to win. That's all I'm expecting.
Because you're an Arsenal fan?
Just based on form, and that's what I want to happen, obviously, in the race for top four. That's all I'm living for at the moment. Obviously, we've got to play Wolves today. which I'm not
Are you
confident
playing tonight
about.
away?
Are you away?
I think they kicked off
Oh,
already,
away from
actually.
home.
You
Against
have
the
already
Wolves.
kicked off. Should we have a look,
Have
see
we
if there
kicked
has
off?
been a goal? Yeah, you were a 7:45
Oh,
kick-off. This is,
no.
of course, an 8
Oh,
o'clock
See,
call
I'm
yourself an
sweating.
Arsenal
I'm
fan.
very worried about
You
this.
are 0-0,
He's
4 minutes in, so
absolutely
don't worry
sweating.
too much.
Although Arsenal can afford to lose 2 games and still get top 4.
Well, I mean, not
I mean,
really.
if you beat City today, it will be
I don't think you
terrible
can.
for us.
I don't think you can. I think
You could maybe lose
Who
one.
do you think is going to finish in top 4 then?
I think if you win tonight, I think you will. Tottenham are definitely going to finish in the top.
Tottenham are
Tottenham are going to
100%
finish in the
yeah,
top
yeah.
4. They are
Yeah.
way better than any of the other candidates.
Yeah.
Sunday's match, United Chelsea's huge. You want that to be a draw. If that's a draw, you'll get in the top 4.
Yeah, perfect. Perfect result.
Either way, I think United are probably going to miss out. Not good enough. Terrible form at the
Yeah.
worst possible time. It's just we've been so bad.
Basically, since the PSG game, isn't it? Pretty much since the PSG game.
It is. In fact, it's almost as if and Herrera being taken out of teams had a huge effect, which it definitely has. In fact, I saw a stat today, came up on my Twitter, that we still are unbeaten under Solskjaer with Herrera in the starting lineup.
Yeah, but things like that are silly. Like when Mustafi first came to Arsenal,
Yeah,
we were unbeaten with
that
him
was
in the
great.
squad.
Well, I think he was quite good in the originally, wasn't he?
He was genuinely instrumental under Herrera in the first few months under Solskjaer. Playing in a midfield three, he gave a lot of energy that we were lacking and allowed Matic to kind of, well, not be lazy, but he is quite a slow player.
And it gave Matic more time on the ball when he did have it as well.
I agree, and I think it's just like that sort of thing that he has been taken out of the team, obviously joining PSG in the sum of £200,000, and I wish him the best because he's been a fairly decent servant, but like that has had a catastrophic effect on our midfield because the balance is so bad. Against Everton, we didn't even play with the midfield. It was defenders hoofing it towards Romelu Lukaku, whose first touch was abysmal, and it was a restart of an Everton attack. Our midfield tonight has to show up. City's midfield is so good, and Man United's is so dreadful at the minute. It's just a chasm, a 40-yard chasm in our midfield, and it cannot happen tonight. Otherwise, we will get seriously beaten.
Yeah, the only way you're winning this game is counter-attack.
Yes, and that's all we'll do. We will literally just counter-attack, set up to counter-attack.
My one worry is that I guess we've got wing backs, but if it's Shaw and Darmian, then we've basically got nothing down the right. And so we're, as usual, going to be operating solely down the left. And we don't really have a lot of width in the formation that we're setting up in, really.
Yeah.
Unless Rashford's pulling out wide.
You don't want that, do you? You want him attacking through the middle.
I feel like that right side for City, at least targeting Kyle Walker, would be the logical way to go. But I just don't necessarily see how we do that effectively. Yeah. But
I agree. But I also read another statistic that United have actually attacked down the right-hand side the least of any team in the Premier League this season.
Yeah, I think it might be in top 5 leagues, even like 31% or something.
Like obviously, he who shall not be named at right back. Hopefully, it doesn't happen again tonight. But he has been just an unbelievable shambles over the last few weeks. So it's no surprise, that statistic. And if he is starting at right back tonight, oh God, I just don't even want to. I'm not even going to speak about him. I'm going to.
I think we should keep Stum.
I'm going to be silent on he who shall not be named tonight. I refuse to say his name after the Barcelona catastrophe.
We all know.
But we all know who I'm talking about, don't we? Another question, Tim?
I don't know if Arsenal 1-0 down or the comments are just trying to troll me.
Arsenal 1-0 down.
Let's get it up.
Here we go. Come on,
the comments are indeed trolling you. Just continue to troll Temps about the Arsenal score, please. It will be hilarious.
5-0.
Because go.
Because they know that you're easily triggered.
Yeah, you are easily triggered. Let's get another question about this game, though, Temps. Have you got any lined up?
Yes, we do. This one's from Red Stripe, who says, what has gone wrong with Riyad Mahrez? And if he does leave the club, what is the perfect place for him to go?
Go on, then.
I don't think there's anything wrong with him. I think he just wasn't good enough for City. I think that, I remember trying to find this tweet with Mike on the way home the other day. And I said that I don't think we should have signed Riyad Mahrez. I also said we don't think
How
we
much
should
you pay?
He's our record signing. He's like
65.
Yeah, something nuts. But I don't think he was the quality that we needed. Fair enough, the squad depth, but he's proven. I think he's not a bad player, but he's not our level of player.
And he doesn't feel like a system player. Like Pep loves system players, doesn't he? That's why he likes Bernardo.
And like every time we see him play, I think the frustration from City fans is that he does the same thing every time. It's so obvious, and he's not Iron Robin. He can't do that. I think the penalty miss at the beginning of the season against Liverpool really shook his confidence, and I don't think he's ever going to get over that.
That could cost you the title, man.
It could cost you,
such a
exactly.
big miss.
And I think it's really playing on him. But maybe I do think these rumours about him being unhappy aren't as true as the media are pushing out. I do think that, I mean, he's sitting on a lot of money. He is playing. He could win the Premier League again, so I think he will be, to a degree, happy. But yeah, I don't think there's anything wrong with him as a player. I just don't think he suits us, either quality or, as you said, system-wise. And I think if he does leave, it would probably be a sensible move for him. We could pick up somebody who does fit our system, who wants to. I don't know. He doesn't seem like he's learnt. Like every other player seems like they've learnt something new. Like Zinchenko coming in as a centre attacking mid. He was actually a player that we were gonna do, like we've done quite a lot of these players, like Aaron Moy, he's a Turkish guy. I've forgotten now. We sold him to Villarreal, where we buy him and then we sell him on. We were gonna do that with Zinchenko, but he actually turned out to be a very, very adaptable player and willing to learn and happy to be a part of the team no matter what, and happy to contribute in whatever way.
Do you think he can do that, Riyadh?
No, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
I don't think he has the mentality or is that way. You know, he doesn't.
He's not 21,
no,
22 like some of these lads even. How old is he? 27?
Must be 27 now. I mean, the difficulty is that he's gone from being the main man at Leicester
really
to being, and I mean, of course, he would probably take that into account going to a much bigger club, but I don't know if he necessarily would have taken into account the fact that he was he was going to spend the majority of the time on the bench this season. Like if you're the record signing for a club, you're an attacker, so already you naturally you have quite a big ego. You're a relative, there's a relative kind of selfishness about your play and your mentality towards the game. I'm not saying that he's like a selfish person or whatever, but you do. You carry that with you, and going to a club, becoming, the record signing at a big club, you kind of, probably do expect a little bit more in the way of being, I don't know what you'd call it, but just, being given a bit more time on the field, I guess, being, starting ahead of other players, starting ahead of, say, Sterling a bit more. But he's just come into such a bloated squad, and I think it was a mistake in that you sign someone who can't really be signed as a squad player. That you would have been better going for someone a bit younger, I guess. Who could have learned more.
Go through our youth, because there's talent there. The irony of the Jadon Sancho leaving and bringing in Riyad Mahrez next season is just.
Come back to bite you a little bit. Either way, both teams are now in the tunnel, about to walk out. If you do want to watch this game, click the link in the description below. Get your Sky Sports mobile month pass, courtesy of our friends at Now TV, and watch the game for just £5.99. You can also watch a host of other games coming up amongst the month, including, of course, Manchester United versus Chelsea, which is coming this weekend. But like I said at the start, if you want to watch the game along with us, click the link in the description below right now. Let's get some score predictions then. The players are walking out. I'm already feeling like United are going to get battered.
They don't look comfortable.
Same. I do feel like we're going to get battered, but equally I also feel like this could be a performance for the ages from the Red Devils tonight. I feel like Young could put in his final great performance in a United shirt. A la 8-2 v Arsenal in 2011. I feel like
8 years ago.
Lingard could, put in his best performance of the season. Andres Pereira. We've still not seen what he can do. So I think it's going to be a resounding 3-0 victory for Manchester United. You heard it here first.
I said on our Instagram story, Temp's going to put the camera on my face, and I panicked. I went 2-0 to Manchester. I think I'm in my heart is saying 2-0 Man United, Jesse Lingard and Rashford, but my head is saying a comfortable 3-0 Man City win.
I'm actually going to change mine from the Instagram 2-1. I actually think it's going to be more. I'm going to say 3-0. Reverse of Michael McCubbin.
Don't say
that. It's been raining. The floor's slippy. Perfect for on the ground passes. City love a lot of passes.
Wow.
Love a lot of passes. Going to slip
I
around.
See. Yeah. I can see Fred slipping up
Yeah,
on that.
He slips all the time as well. He needs some new boots. Temps, what are you going for?
I think there's going to be a lot of goals in this. I'm going to go 4-2.
Ooh, that would be entertaining.
That would be an epic
That'd
game.
be good.
And that would be great for the viewers.
It would be.
You know, so let's have lots of goals.
Lots of goals.
If you are watching at home, click the like button, click subscribe, comment as well, because it helps.
Pays the bills.
It does pay the bills. And also, if you want to watch the game, it is now just about to kick off. I said it a couple of minutes ago. Hit the link in the description below to get your Sky Sports mobile month pass. £5.99 courtesy of our friends at Now TV. Go and click it. Go and watch. The game's about to start. I'm already feeling nervous. Calm me down with the question, Temps, please.
Okay, this is a question from Jake Day, who says, would you United fans take a loss so Liverpool do not
that is the pressing question.
You can't take a loss, though. The thing is, though,
though,
it's one of those things, it's like, would I take a loss? Like, I don't think I'd take anything other than a win tonight. This is the thing. Like, you can't take a loss. Equally, I can't take a draw.
A draw's disastrous.
A draw's the worst because that means Liverpool win the league and United miss out on top 4. Nothing but a win tonight for Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Your job is in the balance on this. Yeah. I mean, not really, but you know, top 4 hopes very much in the balance, and the title in the balance as well. It's not good.
Do you consider this a win-win game or a lose-lose game?
Lose-lose.
Lose-lose. It's as much of a lose-lose as you could ever get. We win and we hand Liverpool the title. We lose and we hand City the title.
I mean, they've got Wolves on the last day of the season.
They have.
At home, though.
You know,
at
I just
home.
want to win tonight. I want to win and I want to see a positive performance post-Everton. I want to see some fight, some grit, some determination, particularly from our midfielders tonight. And I just want to see a good Man United performance. Let's go out and give it to them.
Yeah.
Let's not just sit back and invite pressure on over and waves of City attacks. Do not want to see that at Old Trafford tonight. Let's go out, let's win this game, and let's leave the title to City and Liverpool. Let's just focus on getting top 4 because Liverpool, as we've seen in the past, can still slip up. Wolves away, last day of the season. Newcastle away, who I believe, since the turn of the year, are actually about 4th or 5th in the form table.
Really?
Incredible form
not
since the turn of the year. So,
the 3
not an easy
amigos
game.
up front.
I'm just hoping that Manchester United win tonight. You're open City, you're open United, and obviously you're open City. So it's 2v2 on the sofa, and I'm already excited. Pep's, what are we thinking of Pep's jumper hood combo?
It's the worst thing about this season, I think.
Seeing it.
I do think.
Come on, United!
I'll take it off.
The hood is from a different jacket.
It is, yeah. He's saying it on. He's had that customised, hasn't he? Hard Rock Nick style.
It does feel odd, doesn't it? It does feel odd. We're looking at it now. Ashley Young is at right back. Darmian is at right centre back, by the looks of it.
That's good.
Fred is operating at the base of a midfield 3, Mikey.
Yeah, I feel like that. This is kind of what we expected. Fred's been decent, hasn't he, in the CDM role of late? Yeah. Definitely improved on his on his form earlier in the season. And I'm happy that Darmian's in that back 3 rather than Young. Yes, I think he's a lot more solid. He doesn't have to move as much. He's struggled with getting up and down the pitch. So that's good from Pogba.
Yes, come on, Paul. Yeah, I tell you, we need a massive game from Luke Shaw today. Because I feel like if one player you could identify as potentially having a little bit of a drop off at City this season, it is Kyle Walker. Yeah, I don't feel like Walker's had anywhere near the level of season he had last year. Why do you think that is?
I don't know. It's hard to maintain those levels. He's played a hell of a lot of games over the last 2 seasons. You've got, virtually all the competitions last season, World Cup, virtually all the competitions this season. So to keep those performance levels up that high for that long, I think it's just difficult. He's not playing horrendously. He's just not matching the levels he did last season.
He's got a great Twitter account though, hasn't he? Yep. At least that's good.
Somebody's managing that though.
Yeah.
It's not him.
Yeah, it's definitely somebody
You
else.
tell me.
Surely not him. Surely not.
If it is him, apply for that job. Oh, look
I'd
at
love
that
that
from Paul. Paul just jumped over Bernardo there, didn't he? That was.
Here we go,
Come
Luke.
on, Luke.
Yes, that's more like it.
Oh,
Not
rush
quite.
it!
Oh.
Unlucky.
Positive
unlucky,
though, positive.
Unlucky. If you are commenting, why can't we watch the game? You can watch the game. Just click the link in the description below. It is there to watch, courtesy of our friends at Now TV. Temps, questions?
Tamish says 100 million for Sancho or 30 million for Memphis Depay.
It's definitely for you.
If there's only one answer, that's Jadon Sancho.
Yeah.
So he'd be,
Jadon Sancho at 100. I think that we don't need another left winger come centre forward. We've got enough of them. Although I would have Memphis back, even if it meant selling them on. If we've got that, but there's rumours of a buyback clause at 32 million. If that's true, buy him back and sell him on. Flog him to Bayern. We saw Real Madrid do it really effectively with Alvaro Morata, and he has been incredible since he's gone to France. So here you go, just picking United apart already here, City.
From Lindelof.
Set it. Let's play. See, this is the trouble. It's just this is it.
Hoofing.
This is it. We are so deep already, and it's just Rashford chasing and hounding centre backs.
Company Rashford is the only kind of battle worth watching in this in terms of United.
Oh God! But this is what it's going to be. United camped on the edge of their own 18 as City have 60 to 70% possession, and we look to break fast, but we don't have the assets to break fast. You know, we've got Rashford. But it's not as if Lingard is a 100-metre sprinter. Oh no, Darmian. Oh, this is calamitous.
Oh.
Hey, count that down as number 1 time. He should not be named to the ball away. Just 3 minutes in.
Look at that team.
Oh man, just too quick. This is like bloody watching Barcelona play.
Where's that accent come from?
No. Get closer to him, Freddie.
You're shook. You're so shook. You're so shook.
We're not. Look, why is it like he slips so much, Fred? We just can't get out already. This is going to be a long 90 minutes. And there he is. He should not be named. Back to his 2012 ways. Tom Daly vibes.
Yeah.
Hopefully he just starts popping.
I forgot about that. Yeah, I forgot about him. But I quite liked it when he was diving.
Yeah, but that
he was a good diver. He was a very good diver.
Really good. That's another foul.
That's a foul. Oh, Rashford's not happy there.
Put it in the corner.
Rashford is not happy with that. What's with Manchester United fans players growing tashes? How's he just walking past
There's nothing wrong with tashes.
That's a foul, isn't it?
Disgusting behaviour from Pogba there.
Really?
Should be sent off.
Temps, any other questions? Oh, we didn't answer that really, did we? Jadon Sancho. What do you think, Sancho?
Yeah, I'd go for Sancho.
He's pulled his arm.
Yeah, here's a foul.
Cheeky company.
Saying on Sancho, would you make him your number 1 transfer target?
No, you need to send. We're doing Arsenal. Do you remember when Arsenal under Wenger just refused to sign any defenders?
We're still doing that.
Well, that is what we're doing. I don't know when we turn into this situation. Just sign some centre backs. Great ball, Freddie. We just
so glad we didn't sign him. By the way,
please sign some centre backs, mate. He'd have been amazing under Pep. I'm convinced of it. Fred.
Oh, Fred. Oh yeah, he would have been. Yeah.
Just please sign some centre backs though.
Yeah, I think we need centre back, right back.
Well, this rain's done.
I think we need centre back, then a right winger first. So centre back first, right winger.
I think centre back,
CDM. Right back,
but then back line.
Priority.
Yeah, just the right side is just.
Our whole right side needs rebuilding, and it's an absolute epic task. It genuinely is an epic task to rebuild a whole flank from start because we've got.
This going to be an absolute. What was that?
Terrible ball, that.
Do you remember, I saw a GIF of it today, but do you remember a couple of seasons ago, maybe it was last season, where Kyle Walker was wasting time and the ball boy just kept throwing the ball to him, he just kept kicking it away.
I remember that.
World class from Kyle Walker.
That wasn't again in the United game, was it?
It was.
Al Trafford. Oh God, that was awful.
So painful.
Yeah, that was,
Well, he kept complaining about the ball boy, didn't he?
Yeah. I wonder whether Alexis Sanchez could step up today, finally come out of his cocoon.
I wanted him to start against Barcelona. I think he should have started tonight, actually.
It's more tactical fouling from Manchester City. Ollie's got it right.
He has.
Tell him off.
You know, Ollie's got it right. That really got under Pep's skin. Look, that's a really risky challenge by Young, isn't it? That's a classic Ashley Young sending off against Watford.
I want David Silva to shave his hair again. I want Prison Silva back.
Much better.
He needs that steel about him again.
It's the hair transplants kicked in.
Nah, forget it.
He's paid the money now.
Fair enough. He should have given it a bit longer. I enjoyed that look.
He looks great.
I think he looks better now, I'll be honest.
Fouls, disgusting. Send him off.
Early Darmian.
Fewest fouls this season, Man City, but obviously because you got most of the ball, so that doesn't count.
Yeah, it doesn't really make any difference, does it?
No. What?
Just giving away?
Giving away fouls.
Okay.
I'd love to see that adjusted for possession rather than just a general.
She's just going to film on the whole game, that lady.
I know.
Okay,
well, probably
really close to it
for a long day. If you can find that lady's Instagram account, then worth following.
I hope she's got a lot of in-phone storage. Otherwise, that's going to be a big file.
She is, unless she's got a cloud. She's live streaming the whole game. That's illegal.
Out.
I actually did. Do you remember we saw a guy live stream the whole game at the Emirates?
Arsenal Sporting in Europa.
Tackling!
What game that was as well.
What's Darmian doing?
That's not the worst though. It's when people FaceTime during the whole game. That's worse.
Do you know? I remember these words actually once came out of my mouth.
Did they?
Darmian is the best one-to-one defender in the Premier League, which could well be the worst shout of any football fan ever. Seriously. Where do you think he's going to go? Juve?
Unbeaten.
He'll probably go back to Italy, I expect. Yeah, Juve. Are they actually in need of a right back though? Juve,
I don't really.
Or does he just go in as a squad player?
Is crushing it out there, isn't he? But I'd imagine that his diversity of being able to play on the left as well and in part of a back three might be of value to them. I think he's available for a free, isn't he? His contract's up in the summer as well. Or maybe he's got 1 year left. Either way, I think he'll definitely go back to Italy. You're right. Maybe Torino. I've heard rumours of Torino. I've heard rumours of Milan.
Where did we buy him from again? Was it Torino?
We got him from Torino. So the rumours were that he might well think about going back. Right,
sense.
now distribute, Paul.
Oh, that was lovely. That was lovely.
That'd be so good. When he's
You're playing a high line, man, aren't you?
We always do.
You're playing a high line, but that is where Pogba's amazing, isn't it? Where the bloke behind him and he can just.
He was
spin
phenomenal in the fixture last season when you was it 3-2 at the Etihad.
Oh, when we came from 2-0 down on a stream, it's on another Armchair Fans, I believe. Oh, Vinny K.
That's right. Edison, I remember going to the
so safe, isn't he?
Going to the Southampton game, and Edison is like. It's so scary being behind him in terms of like, watching
because of his hair.
No. As in, like, as a fan watching him just in front of you, because I was really close to, and like players are running at me. Oh god, he's lost it. And he just the delicate little turn absolutely mugs people.
Go on, Jesse.
He is really, really good with his hair.
Oh,
Vinny,
nearly there, nearly slipped through, nearly a nice bit of interplay. That's more like it from United.
What is that? Bit weird, but we'll take it.
I'll be interested to see because I think one thing that Solskjaer's maybe let himself down a little bit, even when we were doing well, was the fact that his subs aren't often the best timed, sometimes a little bit weak. So if this does go to 0-0 at half time,
does he then switch it?
I'd like to see him switch it up a bit.
That's a absolute yellow card.
I feel like I've seen 3 tactical fouls.
Yeah, there you go.
Already? Yeah, already.
All from City as well.
Yeah, from City, yeah.
What's going to be?
I mean,
Company can't keep up with the pace.
That is so tactical.
That's an American football tackle.
Runs into him.
That's an American football tackle.
I didn't see him.
His ground.
He didn't. I don't think he saw him.
By the way, who's the referee? Who's the referee?
He's a United fan.
No, but I don't recognise.
He's an Oldham.
I don't recognise the ref, but that's not great for Vinny K to go in the book inside 10 minutes.
That's not.
I don't think.
Well,
it's naive.
It's the key area, and where it's already wounded.
Yeah.
So it's not good.
10 minutes in now, Manchester United have a great chance. Free kick about 45 yards from goal. He who shall not be named is stood over it. If you want to watch the game, click the link in the description below. Get your Sky Sports mobile month pass, courtesy of our friends at Now TV for just £5.99. And he's played a horizontal ball.
Here we go.
Being up there.
He's played
best 1-1 defender.
Towards Lingard.
Oh, look at that for a header.
Why did Bernardo Silva jump?
Wait,
he's spun it.
Oh.
Calm by Zinchenko.
Free.
That's
dodgy.
God.
That's even worse though. So it's all right.
And that's even worse as well.
He's so scrappy already.
Oh, well played, Pereira. That's really good.
This is non-league star.
This is great for you.
Top bins.
Go on, smash it.
Handball.
What's happening?
Where is the
Back
ball?
to Pereira.
Oh,
Got a great turn.
One more. Come on, this is good pressure by United. We've got to keep it up.
But why are you not pressuring him?
That's
terrible.
At least we got a shot on target though.
I was just a cross on target.
Just took us to 70 minutes against Everton. So will that count? That's the real debate for United fans tonight. Can we get more than the 0.3 expected goals we took off Everton?
I reckon so. I'm optimistic.
My word,
I'm optimistic.
Look at Smalling.
Oh, disgusting.
Straight through the back of
That's
the
good.
barrow, like he did to Messi for the entire Barcelona 2-leg.
You do not mess with Chris Smalling.
Wow, that's great defensive structure. It really is good by Darmian.
Zinchenko's just playing as a striker, just saying.
I mean, we're just so deep. Put some pressure on the ball. We're so willing to let them have it.
What is that?
Oh, bad.
Panic stations.
This is not the sign of champions. That's what I'm saying.
Panicking. Pep's out the touchline. He's got eyes like he hasn't slept last night. That jumper's overworn. £1,100 on Farfetch. Waste of money.
Farfetch.
Panic stations for Man City right now.
What is Farfetch?
It's Farfetch is like a very posh version of ASOS.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Go on, this is what we like to see.
Crunch.
It's he who shall not be named of 2012, flying down the right-hand side like prime. In the words of Martin O'Neill,
3 touches
he could compete with Ronaldo and Messi.
Does he say that?
He did, yeah.
What year did he say that?
About 2008.
mental.
It could be forgiven at
That is
2008,
mental.
Could you be forgiven for saying that in 2008?
Yeah, 2008 forgiven.
Really? United
Ronaldo and Messi weren't at the level, but still.
But they were both challenging for Champions Leagues.
Yeah.
Like Barcelona.
They were
That's a lot of
just
space.
on the cut.
That's not the best pass.
Oh,
It's done well though, Sean. It's done well.
Lukey.
Oh.
Pogba's got a good grip on the game.
Everyone looks really nervous.
Yeah, there's so
They
much.
do, don't they?
Really nervous.
They do.
Really nervous.
They do look a little bit nervous. Either way, let's get another question. If you want to get your question answered, send it to Adam.
Send it to me. Keshav has got the next question. He said, "Is it time for Man City to slowly start phasing out David Silva in place of Phil Foden?" I guess I want to see more Foden.
Slowly being the key word there.
Oh, that was so good from Bernardo.
Yeah, very slowly. I think fair enough, but David Silva's still an absolute. You can't.
Here we go.
So
Here we go.
I'm trying to answer the question.
Oh,
This
God.
is going on. You can't drop David Silva at the moment. I would love to see more of Phil Foden. I would say yes, but very slowly. That makes sense.
Yeah, I wouldn't see David Silva as a certain starter for City in 2 years' time. Though.
No, but
You know?
well, that's what I mean. Slowly, 2 seasons for Phil Foden.
Yeah.
You've got to give him at least 20 appearances, maybe next season, cup competitions every.
Is that the man? Is that the man that's going to drop out for Phil? I feel like you're going to sign a David Silva replacement.
I think he's good enough. He can be good enough to be a David Silva replacement. His dribbling ability is probably better than David Silva's. The passing we're yet to see.
Still pretty good though.
But he's a phenomenal talent. So we shall see.
1-0 Wolves!
There we
It's 1-0
go.
Wolves!
Why did you do it that way round?
It's 1-0 Wolves!
The top four races
It's
on.
1-0 Wolves.
Unbelievable.
It's a horrible place to go, man. It is a
It
horrible
really
place
is.
to go. They've beaten literally all of the top 6 this season, haven't they? And it's Ruben
Oh.
Neves,
The
which
worst
means
bit
it's
about-
almost definitely an absolute screamer.
The worst bit about this, the Spurs fans.
Oh, there we go. There we go.
Oh no, it's Raheem Sterling versus Darmian in a 1-on-1.
Here we go.
It's
Not
literally my
1-on-1,
nightmare.
Oh my God! Oh, David Silva, David De Gea.
Nearly Chris Smalling's second goal in 4 games. Both of them would have been in his own net. You know, how many did he score against Wolves? No, it would have been his third own goal, wouldn't it?
What you want is consistency.
score
from
what,
your
an own
defence.
goal
He
against
scored 2 own
Wolves?
goals against Wolves.
Fair enough.
He
That's what
scored
you get
2
there.
own goals against Wolves.
Oh no,
I
the
think
second
maybe
one was
it's
tipped round and scored
That
wasn't it,
is
in the end.
good from David De Gea. That's
Very good, David De Gea.
Oh, but see, that is just prime example of Darmian being isolated. Oh, Jesse.
No, you've still got it.
Of
Don't worry.
Darmian being isolated
Support.
against.
Oh my God, he's beating a man.
Oi! Good ball as well. Oh, unlucky. That was good from Ashley Young.
Go on, Andreas. Put it in the box.
I don't like this.
Oh!
Oh, an absolute screamer! Just the 15 yards wide for a young Brazilian man.
Yeah. Promising,
what a
mate.
talent! What
Promising.
a talent! You know, it doesn't get better than that.
Wow.
From a Brazilian at his age.
Oh, it's fine. He had a go, didn't he? It was
his
worth
target
having a
at
go.
one point.
Yeah.
He just curled away.
Either
the
way,
wind's got hold of it.
Wolves beating the attempts. What are you saying now about the top 4 race?
Yeah.
Because now,
The game
Go on.
has only
What
just
are you saying?
So
started.
you're still a
We've got
dog
it here.
person after that.
I am still a dog person. I don't know what
Bang!
the question means.
oh, what a chance! It's a great chance.
That was a good chance.
It's early-
Hard,
it's
but
early
good.
days, guys. It's early days.
Nearly saw the Jesse Travolta
Oh,
there.
imagine if we got the
If
Jesse
we get the
Travolta
Jesse
live.
Travolta tonight, I'm going to lose my head.
He's going to do it as well.
I will.
Yeah. That's the only United goal I'm going to
So bad.
celebrate.
It's so bad.
It's so really bad, isn't it? I'm sure Jesse will make it look better.
Yeah.
What if he doesn't
He's
do
good.
it?
He's
How
not
awkward
good.
is that
Oh
gonna
yeah,
be?
That would
he's
be
not
so
gonna do it.
Did you send him that tweet reminding him?
I did. Sonny, do it.
What now?
I
I
don't
don't like
think
that.
he'll read it.
Yeah, he'll get it at half time.
His
Yeah, he
agent
will.
will give him a nudge.
He's got his phone in his sock.
Oh, by the way, look, I know you're 4-0 down, but
Good
Joe
energy,
Thompson
my
wants you
friend.
to do that celebration if you
Yeah.
score.
Maybe
Head of
we
the game.
Maybe he's
Good
going to go
energy.
live on Instagram.
Now, why is he coming inside? Get back out there. He should not be named.
Voldemort.
Oh,
Voldemort. Right.
Bernardo's already causing us a lot of
Yeah.
issues, isn't he?
Very, very dangerous.
Him versus Shaw is not looking like a pretty prospect. Any more questions, Temps, pertaining to this game?
Pertaining to this game, yes. Abassi wants to know who is worse, or should we just say who would you rather have in your squad, Mustafi or Young?
Oh, that's tough.
Oh.
Did you say squad?
Your squad.
Young because he's homegrown. You can leave him off the pitch.
Yeah, true. Very good point, that. Very good point.
Smart
Thinking outside the box.
But
You have to
equally,
put them in the first team.
arguably, you say that, but at least he should not be named offers you more covering multiple positions.
Yeah,
Left
true.
back, right back, left wing, right wing. He's even operated at central defence before.
Yeah.
I would say definitely Mustafi. 100%.
Well, you have to be in the team.
100%.
Mustafi will
That's a-
cost you more games than the other.
100%
For us,
Mustafi. No, mate. No.
He forgets where he is half the time. He'll be running
Mustafi
and
does
just
score
stop
the odd
himself.
goal though. Equally, Young can be dangerous from set pieces.
Can he?
Look,
Can
you put
He
Young
put
as high
the
as you
ball
can.
in that got that own goal against Juventus. So I'm holding
That's
that.
it.
Back in October.
The passing's been so like
Yeah.
Get there.
Bad. City have genuinely been bad.
I know. It's the bloody rain. It's the bloody rain.
You know who started?
You know what? We've let the grass grow. That's what it is.
You know who started really well?
They need a bloody roof.
Yeah, Pogba has been very good.
Pogba started really well, and it actually feels like he's after everything tonight.
Actually, Young's not been that bad this game so far.
Well, give him time. Give him time. We're only 17 minutes in.
Oh,
here we go. Look, this is good. This is
Panica.
tiki-taka. Playing out from the back fantastically there. Oh, look at that.
Nice, that's good football. Let's just settle down. See, this is Man United at their very best.
Yeah,
struggling
rolling back
to get out their own half against Manchester City at the moment. Here comes 1-0.
No, don't shoot! Oh my days. That was a powerful strike.
That was an absolute thwack, that was.
Go on, we break. Go
on, Jesse.
Put him in. Why is he not put him in?
Yeah, now, release!
He's in. Goal. 1-0.
Oh, great goalkeeping. Fantastic goalkeeping from Edison.
He's left it.
That was ridiculous goalkeeping.
Brittle legs have been crunched.
Wicked goalkeeper.
Oh.
Equally, a really good break by Man United.
He's hurt his feelings, he has.
I think he's winded himself.
Yeah.
It
was going so fast.
But great goalkeeping by Edison.
He is genuinely crazy, Edison.
Edison's
so good off his line, isn't he?
Is he offside here? Was he off?
Yeah, he is.
Clearly.
Yeah, he is.
Did the lino give it?
Nope.
Brilliant.
Ball should have definitely been played. The ball was decent, to be fair, but it should have been played.
It's really good goalkeeping. It should have, but equally, the run internally is not. It's not a terrible ball, man. It's just really good goalkeeping.
No, but it should have been played earlier.
Yeah. This is a great strike by Bernardo Silva. Is it Bernardo?
That's Gundogan, like. I know it's Bernardo Silva, yeah.
Good. I mean, straight down his neck.
His throat hole.
Yeah, it just falls to him perfect, doesn't it? That's such a crisp strike. Nearly took David's face off.
Right. Lucky he had those gloves in front of him.
Wow. I know. Lucky. Yeah. Imagine if he didn't have gloves on his hands. It really would have been a different picture. But equally, Rashford's picked up a little knock. Looks like he's just been winded though. Mick Phelan's onto Trian.
No, looks like it, doesn't it?
Oh no, it's just another bald man. Another bald man. Either way, let's get.
I'm liking Mickey Phelan's beard, by the way.
Yeah.
I think it makes him look a little bit more like a technical director.
I think. Yeah, I was going to say the same thing. Imagine that beard in a suit, and I immediately think world's best technical director.
No, mate.
Don't know about you. Footballing director, primo.
That's one of our questions, by the way.
Really?
Go on. What's that question?
That question is from. Let me scroll up here. It's from PFMU. Is Mike Phelan a good choice for sporting director? Most serious question of the day. Let's get out.
I mean, technical director, isn't it?
Yeah.
Is it technical?
Technical director, sporting
So-
director.
Idiot.
Same thing. Director of football.
Idiot.
But like, it wouldn't be my choice personally. Although some people have been spreading rumours that this might just be a front for a certain Alex Ferguson actually being the technical director and pulling the strings.
I saw that written on a bathroom wall in a pub recently.
What about Mickey Phelan?
Yeah.
Wow.
What, Mickey Phelan is Alex Ferguson?
It's a big rumour.
Like your David Blaine thing.
It's my David Blaine thing. Yeah, we'll get onto that.
We'll get onto that later. But assuming that's not right, I wouldn't have gone for Mickey Phelan. Like, he doesn't have experience in a role like that. Obviously.
Should he make technical director of the Central Coast Mariners for 6 months pre-United?
Yeah, okay, true. Yeah, forget about that. But yeah, I think like someone was saying, like how does Mickey Phelan compete with some of the best technical directors who have much bigger phone books, have well, you know what I mean, but in terms of if you're trying to negotiate in the transfer market at such a crucial point in United's rebuilding as it is now. You kind of need someone who's going to guarantee you getting all your top targets. We need to get the 3 players that we want this summer. And I don't know whether Mickey Phelan would necessarily be able to deliver that. I think it's good. Obviously, he has a very good working relationship with Solskjaer. I think that's a big positive.
2-0 Wolves!
2-0 Wolves, fantastic.
It's happened again! What's that Tottenham chant? It's happened again. Anyway, carry on about Mickey Phelan.
I think that's pretty much all I've got to say. I don't know what you think about it, Joe.
Do you know what? I'm not totally averse.
No?
I'm not totally averse. And the reason I'm not totally averse is that at least it gets the ball rolling. He might not be the prime candidate. He might not be the world's best sporting director. But it's a position United have struggled to fill now for 6 months. And I'd imagine the search was even before that probably. So if it's a year of struggling to find a technical director, I'd rather put someone in place to fail that we can then go, okay, it didn't work with Mick Phelan, but at least we're now... Don't just...
Whack! Oh! I mean, that was going nowhere now, was it?
But it's like, at least there's someone in the position then that we can say, okay, it's his vision we're going with, and we're getting behind it. It might not work, and we might have to reshape that vision if it doesn't, but at least that position's then there and been made.
He did,
yeah, for sure.
Like, at least Mick Phelan stands for something, and at least he's going to be able to tell Manchester United fans, this is my idea of how I want to play. And we might not all agree with it, but we've had none of that before. It's been Ed Woodward looking down a camera lens and going, Bastian Schweinsteiger on the team sheet will send tingles down opposition spines without blinking, like a right weirdo. That clip's obviously gone viral this week on Twitter, but I'm not totally averse. At least it's a starting point.
Yeah, I do know what you mean. Just getting that position filled and actually, you know, putting the restructuring of the club in place is important, especially when you've got like Solskjaer. I think it's like when you look back at United in the past, post Fergie. You know, especially someone like David Moyes, who was coming into such a big job at that point, could have really done with a technical director. And equally, I think Solskjaer has not been anywhere near a job of this magnitude before in his career.
What is going
on? I think doing the job of, you know, the old school manager is just too big a task for him. Far too big a task for him.
I mean, yeah, I do agree, but I feel like David Moyes also came in. David Moyes also came in and sacked all the backroom stuff. Or didn't sack them, but moved them all on. Didn't want to keep any of them against the advice. Louis van Gaal came in and wanted to play a very different way to what our board wanted to play. Same with Jose Mourinho. And at least now we've got, between Mickey Phelan and Solskjaer, we've got some simpatico off the field and on the field. We've never had it at Old Trafford.
Oh, it's all kicking off.
Yellow for Andreas. Yeah.
Go on, Andreas. Either way, I'm fairly happy with Mick Phelan being technical director. I'm not totally averse. There you go, Adam. There's my answer around that.
Yeah, that was too serious, wasn't it, that one?
Yeah,
2-0. I mean,
2-0 to Wolves. Let's have a look at that.
2-0
Who
to
scored?
Wolves. What is happening?
Who scored?
It was what was his name? The one we did personal mastermind with.
Doherty.
Matt.
Who
one we did personal mastermind with.
Put some respect on
let's get that. Let's push that through the community feed right now. Who put him in their team of the season?
I believe it was you, wasn't it, Wayne?
It
was Snelling behind the camera.
Snelling. Oh, nice.
Of course he did.
Classic rubbish opinion by Tottenham.
He scored tonight. Best right back in the league.
One guy. This is it.
What? We're now 25 minutes in. What do you make of the first 25?
I think City have been disorganised. We've actually seen them yelling at each other. I think that this game's actually up for grabs, to be fair.
Ooh.
No one's really put their claim on it. So
I think United have started the better of the two. United have come out at 100 miles an hour.
At least compared to what we're used to seeing. I think City have been pretty poor.
We have still been better than United, but United have come out better than you would expect them to,
Yeah, just not quite enough quality.
United have at least come out with some passion. We're flying into tackles, we're moving around the pitch at 100 miles an hour. Against Everton, half time, we'd been out-sprint by 4 kilometres. Out-sprinted by 4 kilometres. We hadn't won a single 50-50 tackle, and people were just walking around the pitch.
Sounds like an energy drink.
So I'm pretty delighted with the way we've started the game, to be totally honest, because we're nowhere near the calibre of City right now in terms of technical ability. All right, that's dirty by Zinchenko, and that's dirty by Rashford.
Did that just say on the screen, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, no wins in 4 appearances in the Manchester derby? Don't quite get that.
There's going to be a fight in this game. It's going to be so good.
Yeah, that's a yellow for that.
Oh, come off.
I mean,
Zinchenko.
No. Okay, fair.
I mean, that's definitely a yellow card.
An individual instance, but for 2,
There's going to be a red in this.
On the halfway line and then does that.
Look, Pete Dorman,
There's definitely 100% going to be a red card in this game. Who do you guys at home think is going to get sent off in this match? Let us know in the comments below. Who do we all think? I'm backing...
Pereira's feisty. That's really fun.
I'm backing Vincent Kompany to get sent off in this game.
Oh, could you imagine? Vincent Kompany getting sent off and in the process derailing Manchester City's title bid.
Steven Gerrard-esque, isn't it? It really is Steven Gerrard-esque. You know, captain, fantastic, letting down a whole city in one single moment of stupidity.
The corner of a city, not the whole city. Just a little corner.
You know, arguably, the Etihad is technically in Bradford, but...
Bradford?
Yeah. Yeah. That's a weird fact. Saw it the other day on Sunday Supplement.
Oh, really?
Cool. Great show. If you want to watch that, tune in Sunday mornings.
That's not true though, is it?
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
But Bradford's nowhere near Manchester.
No, it's like technically built on Bradford. It's a great...
Oh!
Oh, it's technically built on like Bradford land, something
What?
like that. It's like some weird.
That's rubbish.
I'm not being serious. I'm being serious. I'm being serious. I will find this fact while you lot talk about the
Bradford land. I find that weird. I reckon it's another name of. I think it's somewhere that sounds like Bradford but isn't Bradford, because Bradford's near Leeds.
That was a really good ball.
It was a very good
Very
ball.
good from.
Was that Ashley Young?
I think it was Fernandinho with the clearance. With the
I think it
back
was.
of his heel. Was that his heel?
No, it was Ashley Young's ball into the box. See,
That was-
dangerous from dead ball
He's
situations.
good. He's actually been good this game. We've said his name.
He's
now.
just got. I don't mind saying his name,
Okay.
but yeah, he's just got that mistake in him though, doesn't he?
Yeah. Well, there's a lot of players on this pitch who have that mistake in them.
Oh, it's the Bradford Colliery.
Okay, interesting. What was
Yeah,
that? A company or
that's
We're
something?
all learning today.
We're all learning something today, guys. It is actually situated on the Bradford
Oh, get it away.
Colliery.
What is the Bradford Colliery?
The Bradford Colliery. I will
Tune
Google
in
for you
for
now.
another top 10 of where football grounds should actually be.
Yeah. The Bradford Colliery is a coal mine in Bradford.
Score
Manchester,
update.
England.
Oh, we already know
So
about that. It's rubbing
technically
in your
it's in
face.
Bradford, but it's
Sterling
not
in.
actually. Now there's a good
All
chance.
right.
Sterling's
Come on.
isolated Darmian, and we're
Sitting
in
down.
trouble.
Oh, it's great. It's great.
Oh.
Just nobody there. Very
Sit down.
unfortunate.
Let's have a glass of water.
Go
Go on, Pogs.
Go on, Paul.
Great.
Ooh,
Oh, Fernandinho's there.
That's a tactical tackle,
That
that.
is brilliant.
Tactical
by
tackle.
Fernandinho. He's been so good this season for you, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, that there pretty much illustrates how important he is for you.
He has been brilliant.
I'm surprised
I can agree.
Thanks, James.
I'm surprised he wasn't included in the PFA shortlist this season. I don't think he
Yeah.
was he?
No,
He should have been.
I think he's
he
had
was,
some
sure.
injuries, so I think while that happens, the other players kind of step up in their place.
Yeah,
But what
but he
other-
was just outstanding.
Were there
the first
any
6 months.
Were there any
And
DMs in that shortlist though?
Probably not. But the thing is, though, has he? Yeah, no, he has been fantastic.
He's
It
been your
was
crucial
it was
player.
it
He's been
was
your most
shown-
crucial player, isn't he?
Yeah, because when we didn't have him in the team, we lost to that over Christmas, which is horrendous. So yeah,
You lost
probably
2
our
over Christmas, didn't you, without him?
Yeah.
You lost to Newcastle
Yeah,
as well. right?
and the worst thing was I was playing Monopoly while we were watching the Crystal Palace game, and I was
Have it-
losing that as well.
Oh,
So-
really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's such a shame. What sort of houses were you occupying?
I think I had the blues. I
Really?
was slowly getting knocked down. I went from like a hotel down to like 3.
Oh,
2,
that's such a
something.
shame. I hate it when
And
that
get
happens.
bloody sister one, didn't she?
Oh, real disaster. If you are enjoying this stream and you want to watch the game, why not click the link in the description below to get your Sky Sports mobile month pass, which is £5.99. It gives you unlimited access to 5 Sky Sports channels for a
good.
whole month, meaning that you can also watch Manchester United versus Chelsea, which is coming this Super Sunday. Click that link right now. Temps, shall we get another question?
We shall. Is this the worst top 4 race ever?
No.
Because I think it is.
What?
Top 4 race.
In terms of quality?
Yeah, in terms of
I
the
don't think
teams going
so.
to lose their way to top
No,
4.
man. This is
Yeah,
this is
teams
an
maybe, but like.
It's an incredible level of quality, though, amongst the league
Oh.
this season. He's nicked it. Go on!
It's
Go on,
just a
Rashid.
Gerrard slip all over
Oh,
again.
that is the Gerrard slip all over again. Oh my god.
Go on. What's he doing?
Oh, Rashford.
So bad by
Rashford, bad
Rashford's
touch.
no Demba Ba.
Oh, Rashford. That was a 2-on-2 situation. Great defending by Laporte. If that was Van Dijk, that'd be highlighted, picked apart. Each movement of his body would have been highlighted there. You know, he's isolated Rashford. He's showing him down. If that was Van Dijk, we were near the end of it for Liverpool fans. Good defending.
The quintessential defender.
I don't think it's
Laporte's
been
gone under the
terrible.
radar.
I don't think it's been terrible, by the way, the top 4 race. I think it's been really competitive.
Just been bad of late. I think.
been very,
It's fallen off
very well
recently.
done.
I think
Oh, it's
recently
been terrible
pretty
recently,
poor.
isn't it?
Because, like when you compare it to other top 4 races, with like I don't know, like I'm trying to think, like Liverpool against Newcastle in 2004 or something. You know what I mean? Like,
And I
like,
also think, like,
there's been some
One thing we've
awful
gotta-
stuff.
One
Like,
thing we've got to say is we've got to thank Tottenham for dipping out the title
Great ball.
race to make the top 4 race a bit more exciting.
yeah.
I think that's really,
Well done,
it's really
Tottenham.
generous
well done,
of
Tottenham.
them.
That's
Tottenham.
fantastic
Yeah,
by
just because
Tottenham.
obviously it's nice to keep it a title race between 2 people. So
Yeah.
they thought let's make the top 4 race about 4 people. Let's make
But
it a
then
bit more fun.
I mean, they also went, yeah, we're going to knock you out of the Champions League.
Yeah, but I mean they could maybe have done us a favour. Less games.
Yeah.
We have it's a stupid amount of games, and I would prefer to win a domestic treble. Okay, you want the quad, but if I was to have the Champions League or a domestic treble,
Well done.
and you obviously won them all, but I mean Champions League is the one we can lose.
Also, I think that the rest of the league's quality
Ashley
has
Young's down.
meant, like, the rest of the league is so good this year. Wolves,
Yeah.
Leicester,
Watford.
Watford. Everton, they've all been serial top 4 killers this season. Like Wolves taking points for top 6.
Yeah.
Everton have beaten in the last 3 weeks. Liverpool, who they beat? They've taken points off Liverpool. They've beaten Arsenal, beaten Chelsea, beaten United. Like that doesn't happen in any other league in Europe.
Yeah, and it's pretty amazing considering that kind of stuff was happening 3-4 years ago when the Premier League was genuinely the second or third best league in Europe, and the quality was a lot lower. Now you've got teams that strong outside of the top 6.
Wolves!
Jesus.
Rubbish ball.
It's really getting ugly. Do you know, I might just message George Wright and just see how he's feeling, because I believe his words were earlier, we'll roll over them.
To Wolves, it's only the first half.
A lot can happen in a half.
There's a whole half.
Oh.
Yeah, well done.
Oh. We're not coming back from 3-0 down.
No.
No?
Come on, this is it.
Oh no! Just as I've sent some abuse to George Wright.
Oh, why did you do that, Joe?
Why did I send abuse to George Wright?
Calm it.
Good ball.
No, but that's United don't mind that, man. If you're pinging balls in towards Bernardo Silva and Aguero, if Smalling and Lindelof can't keep that out aerially, we've got no hope.
Yeah, but Foden scored a bloody header against Tottenham, who are fantastic.
Oh God, that was risky from Ashley.
He should not be named. Literally turn inside out then and back again. You know when you hang out your washing, you just go like that and you're just straightening it out. That's felt like what Sterling was doing to Youngie there.
Just not out to him fast enough at all.
Well,
oh, look at that.
Foul!
No, not a foul.
Zinchenko.
Oh, he's going to get himself sent off there. All right. Pep.
Do you know what this feels like? It
Doing
feels
something on the sidelines.
It feels like the end of a Champions League game that you need to win 1-0 and you're winning 1-0. Just punting it every time you get the ball.
But that's United recently.
It's the United way.
Hold off, man.
Yeah, I mean, I would quite happily just see this out 0-0 till half time and then throw the dice, take a roll of the dice. But what were you saying? What were we talking about before? It's about the quality of the Premier League. It is actually amazing, considering how far ahead the top 6 are from the rest of the league, but then how strong teams outside the top 6 are. It's like, it is actually pretty staggering just how much playing talent there is and how much managerial talent there is in the league now. It's ridiculous. Ralph Hasenhuttl managing Southampton.
In a relegation.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. It's actually ludicrous.
It is absolutely ridiculous. We have got a breaking quote from George Wright's dad.
Oi.
Really big news here.
Is
Bunch of losers led by a second-rate manager is the quote from his dad on Arsenal. Temps on a live reaction.
Mosquito there.
Temps on a live reaction to that quote.
He's not wrong, is he?
Wow.
Ooh, said that right there.
Clips. It's
said
a
it.
real exclusive story from George Wright.
Are you saying that Unai Emery is not the man to take Arsenal forward on the basis of losing 3-0 to Wolves at this moment in time?
At this moment in time.
Temps has written off Unai Emery in the moment, which is just quite
crazy.
I don't mind Unai. Our squad just needs a lot of work. Like he's inherited a terrible.
Oh, Sterling's in. Oh, terrible.
I thought you said Snelling's in there.
Mosquito.
Yeah, get it.
Get it, Temps. Really?
How has a mosquito made its way down here? It's only April.
I'll tell you how, because he's probably got a Sky Sports mobile.
He does.
So if you want to get yours, you can get one too. £5.99. He's paid it. Why don't you? I love it.
That's great. Very good transition.
Tem, should we get another question?
How did you get a mosquito into that?
Well, because,
He's a master of the arts.
Thank you. Yeah. He said it, so I didn't have to.
The next one is from Mark, who says, how long will the Manchester United rebuild project take? If Liverpool and City...
Don't laugh at that. Don't laugh.
If Liverpool and City continue reinforcing their squads like seasons before, when is their next reasonable chance of a title?
Not to John.
4 to 5 years. I'd say, and it depends what happens in the next 2 summers. It really does.
It's already been 8.
Yeah, I know, but this is the way that this has been United's problem, is that we've been treating it as if it's a 1-year thing, and that we can suddenly, and because we're Man United, we can be like, oh yeah, we've got to go for titles. That's got to be our aim. We can't say that season on season. It has to be make ourselves regular top 4. Then we have to be, it's such a step-by-step process, and it depends.
We're in the Liverpool Stuart Downing era. That's
we are. That's exactly where we are. And it took them a good 5 years. Like we might have a bit of a fluke season, like Brendan Rodgers did in 13-14. We might have a season where we have someone like Suarez who can just carry us through. But given the quality of the Premier League right now, like when Liverpool had that, the Premier League was pretty poor. I think it's going to take another 4 or 5 years.
I kind of. Yeah, maybe. But equally, I don't always think that squads are as bad. Like in the modern era, everybody's either awful or amazing. Like I think there are some of these players that with 2 or 3 decent players around them would really step up. Like you saw how Robertson at Liverpool, as soon as Van Dijk came alongside him, suddenly turned into top 3 best left back in the world. Like I would like to see a decent centre back come in and what they would do to that entire back line, because we've got some outstanding players, and that's one thing a Liverpool of that era didn't have. They didn't have a Paul Pogba. They didn't have a David De Gea already at the side.
Adams.
They had a truly tragic squad.
They did, yeah, but I mean for sure. But I think and while we have a better squad, I think when you look at Liverpool, you have. I think that it's one thing having a decent squad to build on, but there's another thing having a good system to build around. And I still don't know what that system is with United.
Yeah,
like I feel like Solskjaer is definitely a gamble as a manager, and if he can't assert what his style is, well,
what is
great.
that?
That was awful from Rashford.
Golden boy.
Yeah, but. I don't know. It's hard to say when you've taken a risk on a manager like Solskjaer. At least with Klopp, you kind of knew what you were going to get.
Yeah.
The 2 years that he had with Liverpool originally, he was kind of the players had to work so hard just to get their fitness levels up in order to play that system, and I feel like that's what's going to have to happen with United. It's happened with City, it's happened with Liverpool, it's happened with Tottenham under Pochettino as well. Like we have to have that like long-term vision in terms of signing players, but also in terms of what we're doing on the pitch, having a very consistent style and having a manager who can see that through and get the players to buy into that. And at the moment, we don't know whether that's going to happen with Solskjaer or not.
I don't think it will happen with Solskjaer. I think Solskjaer should be a stopgap between you finding your next manager and finding that kind of method and that kind of style of play that you want.
But then again, that takes the progression back by a year. Like
I think you're meant to be planning for the future while having Solskjaer in. That's what
but I think you sign Solskjaer on a long-term contract with a vision for him being the long-term manager. Like, and this is part of it. Well, personally not, and that's why I think it's a risk. And there just hasn't been enough evidence to suggest that he is. And I get it, bringing him in because he had such a good start, and the players seem to get along with him very well and whatnot, and the restructuring of the club. But I don't see how that's
heart rolling head situation. When we appointed him a little bit, but now you've got You've made that decision. You've got to make it work. And even this is why I don't think Mick Phelan's the worst appointment. At least it's those two are going to share a very similar vision, because I believe that Ollie's more impressionable than some other managers might be. Ollie will probably listen to Mick Phelan more than a manager that came in would. So I don't necessarily have a problem with Mick Phelan being the technical director in this regime. If we were to get a totally different manager, say Tuchel became available next season, PSG didn't want him and we brought him in, then Mick Phelan isn't a good decision because it's not simpatico. Like, you're going to want someone that works with Tuchel, a Zorc type figure. But that doesn't correlate with Solskjaer. I think that you need that person like Mick Phelan that can help him. It's like an arm around the shoulder sort of thing. And I think that kind of works okay with having Mick Phelan as the technical director and Solskjaer. It's not too bad. Should we get another one, Temps? Or are you still 3-0 down, reeling from Wolves' third goal that's potentially just knocked you out of the top four?
Both, to be honest with you.
It's just such clunky football from both teams.
Imagine if
Go on, Pereira. It's a great chance.
I'll wait for them to break.
Crunch.
Oh, Pereira, man. The quality's just not there, is it? It's just not there.
It's not there.
Oh, that's a terror, mind you. Talking to the quality,
Oh, look at that from Pogs.
He's
done him. Gundogan does not know where he is.
Give him the Premier League now.
That was embarrassing. That was so weird. He faked that the ball was at his feet, and Gundogan just ran under it.
Gundogan.
Sent back to school there. He's got a healing pat on the bum from Lindegaard there. He's fine.
That was so good by Pogba though.
Yeah.
Outrageous. Temps.
I want to see a replay of that.
This next one's from Jonathan, who says, do you think Martial should be played or sold?
Should be played, obviously. It's great. I'm Martial FC.
No, he's not. He's been rubbish recently. He's only scored 2-3 goals under Solskjaer in the entire Solskjaer era.
Not been great, but he is easily he's easily our most naturally gifted attacker.
Oh!
It's annoying.
Yeah,
Yeah, Ellison dropped the
sure.
ball then. So.
For sure, our most terrible ball. Yeah, he's for sure our most naturally gifted, but equally might not fit into what Solskjaer wants to do. Now we've gone with Solskjaer, we have to back Solskjaer to make tough decisions. If Martial doesn't fit into those plans of a hard-working, off-the-ball attacker that can defend from the front potentially, he might not be in our future plans, and that might be something we have to live with for now. Because as good as he is and as amazing and talented as he is, it's more important to build a team than it is to cater to Anthony Martial. That's what I would say. So if he doesn't fit, we're going to get a big old chunk for him, probably 100 to 150 million from a Bayern Munich, and he will be a world beater when he goes there. But if he doesn't fit with the vision of the team, that is more important than the one individual.
I don't think you'll struggle to sell him at all.
No.
But you're going to struggle to sell Sanchez.
Yeah, I mean, he's just signed a new 5-year contract.
He's your Gareth Bale.
Who? Gareth Bale? Oh, Alexi.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You're stuck with him for a few years.
So.
Do you think we'll be able to get rid of him in the
That's a
summer?
great pass. That is a
Just
great
wages,
pass.
I think.
Come on,
Oh
quicker.
God, no!
What? Just shoot.
Oh,
shoot,
no,
just
no,
shoot,
no,
just
no,
shoot.
no,
Go on, Sterling.
no.
Go on, Sterling. Go on, Sterling.
Oh, he's done it. He's done it. He's done it. What's a save from De Gea?
Yes, David.
That was so good from Sterling then.
That was really good
We
from
need to
Sterling.
shoot more. I know it sounds really odd, but we pass it around the box too much.
You know what? Aguero's been quiet. I've not seen Aguero take a shot yet, and Aguero has a ridiculous record at Old Trafford.
Yeah, he does. His record at Old Trafford is crazy. But this is so
That's
good
so
by
good.
Sterling, man.
Oh man!
It's like you remember Payet
Oh, good finish
when
there,
he mugged off like 4 defenders.
Yeah.
And
It's
slid
a
in.
really good opportunity for him actually to shoot then.
Yeah, I wonder.
Did
I
really
think there was
well.
somebody
Yeah,
coming
no,
onto
so
it.
good.
I don't know whether it's.
that was good.
Go on, Paul. Smack it top bins.
Pereira!
Oh, Rashford!
Oh, from Fred there. Oh, he got away with it. He got away with it as well. That was such a blatant handball.
Send the ref off.
Punched
Where's
it.
VAR?
He's on a booking as well, Fred. That was so risky.
Ooh, Shaw. That's
Man,
bad
he
from
got
Shaw,
that
man.
Tactical foul on Aguero.
Oh yeah, the tactical fouls, disgusting as well.
Tactical fouls really building up in this game. Maybe Pep did have a point, you know.
Mwah.
There's one thing. Sorry, Ollie had a
Guys,
point. You know, it's really tactical fouls.
That's-
Really a nuance in the Pep game.
It's the cornerstone of any Pep system.
I really agree. It really is a cornerstone.
Who Bills is playing?
Did you say that Shaw's been booked already?
Sure,
no.
Fred's
Fred's been booked.
Fred and Pereira, Company
And
and
Zinchenko.
Zinchenko.
It's a derby. That's what you got to say.
Go on then, let's get another question.
Cracking out all the cliches.
This question comes from Judd, and this is going to go.
Judd.
This is for you, Michael.
Okay. Oh,
Who's
interesting.
the best dressed manager in
Best
the
dressed
league?
manager.
Not
Oh, you know what? The thing is, I actually rate Pep's style aside from that ridiculous
You're a big
jacket
fan of the
jumper.
scarf, aren't you?
I
does
love
have
the
a
scarf. I think he's a very suave guy in general, but that
it's a great
Cardi
ball.
number, whatever you call it, is just rubbish.
Go. Oh.
Ooh. I'm trying to think of others like Quique Sanchez Flores was pretty well dressed in his day. Who else? I mean, like Conte was all right. Who?
Paul Tisdale has a
Paul Tisdale.
sponsorship with Ted Baker.
But he's not in the
What
Premier
about,
League.
what about
That's
Zidane's
crazy.
jeans? Can we
Oh,
talk about
Zidane's jeans were awful, man.
Zidane's
Maybe
jeans.
the worst dressed man.
Zidane's jeans. What happened to them?
That's like something you
So
buy and
bad.
then regret after.
No,
being rinsed in the
it
office
is.
like
Come
the
on.
whole day.
Supreme on the.
Just a chunk
Yeah.
of Supreme.
Oh, that'd be great. Love that.
No, there's a few other
So
candidates.
good. Sit down, Fred.
I
Sit
don't-
down, everyone.
I don't think I do like Diego Simeone's hitman style.
Yeah.
You know, he really doesn't care what anyone thinks, and you have to respect it.
Yeah, he's bad. Oh, lovely play.
Jesse.
I do think Pep rocks a turtleneck.
Yeah,
Very
he does.
well.
Definitely
Turtleneck,
rocks a
yeah.
turtleneck. Yeah,
But it's hard not to rock a turtleneck.
It is. Everyone does it better than
yeah, get him.
Pochettino as well, I
Yes,
think, is quite
yes.
nicely dressed.
Oh,
usually.
that's disgusting.
Alright.
It's gone over the ball there.
No, he didn't.
VAR.
Give it in to Pereira. Give it in to Pereira.
He doesn't trust him.
What was that?
He trusts Ashley Young more than Pereira.
Look, you are there to be counter-attacked on tonight, and we're
I told
just
you.
really slow in the build-up.
Who's there?
Don't kick it
Who's there?
out.
What's going on?
Oh, I hate it when you stop a counter-attack for an injury at the other end of the pitch.
Oh,
It's Gundogan. He's still reeling
no.
from that
Pep's
Pogba skill.
fuming.
He is fuming. Pep is
Fuming.
absolutely
Why?
Over the
raging.
ball. So
It
I
wasn't
said, get
not a
VAR.
pretty tackle by Jesse.
VAR.
No, really.
Oh, that's what this game
It's
is.
going upstairs. Oh wait, it's not because there's no
VAR.
VAR. And you know, United don't even have any big screens, so I don't even know how that works.
Exactly.
Yeah, I don't know how that will work. We should
iPads.
probably install
Let's have a
some.
look at this.
They'll put a big projector
You'll
up.
have to.
Nah.
He gets the ball.
It's alright.
He just his follow through catches.
A HD projector. That'll work well, wouldn't it? Just on
That's
there.
fine.
Someone holds the
Stands.
ball up.
God, there's nothing even in that. It's not even a foul. He gets the ball very clearly first.
But
And the foot touches the ground and then comes back up.
There's nothing in there. That's just
Get up,
should have
man.
left him down.
He's got very small shinnies on though, Ilky. Very, very small shin pads.
He's paying for
and
it.
Now looks like that's come back to bite him.
That's fine.
You know, he should have been down Sports Direct buying those Jumbotron ones that also have an ankle protector.
Yeah.
Yeah,
if he'd
man.
had that, he'd have
Worth
walked
the
away
money.
from this injury.
Worth the extra
Really
fiver.
would, you know. I've seen Chris Hamill wear those before, and they take up nearly his entire leg. Ankle to hip bone.
Yeah.
Very small legs, that man.
It's like
He is only
armour.
5'2" though. And he's also... He's 5'2".
He is, yeah.
And he's seriously into his Scientology.
Have you ever noticed that
He's
whenever Olivia's standing up, he's always sitting down? Just he never wants to be
true,
standing next to her because she's 5'2" as well.
I know, but equally, I think he's just paid for the next level of his Scientology group at the moment.
Yeah.
If you don't know this, by the way, Chris is of course a Scientologist behind the camera.
Oh, I don't know if you're meant to reveal that.
Was I not?
No, I don't
Yeah,
know.
it's some
It's a bit hush hush at the moment.
Yeah.
My bad. Don't go and tweet him about being a Scientologist.
Move on to the next question.
Yeah.
Let's move on.
Yeah,
to
let's
the
move on.
next question.
This question comes from Javier from Starbucks. Says, do you see Leicester becoming a top 6 team within?
No! Stop
Get out,
it!
Javier! This is why Costa's better!
Yeah, that's awful. That's awful.
Oh God, definitely not. How many put? They're like 20 points for the top
Alright,
6.
let's say if a team does break into the top 6, right?
I think it's going to be Everton.
Wolves or Watford.
Or,
at this
or
stage.
the top 6
Wolves, you
becomes
reckon?
a
Yeah.
top 7. Who
Wolves.
is that team?
Wolves.
You
Wolves.
think
Wolves have the
Watford.
bigger
1 and
budget.
2.
They have the better connections thanks to old Georges
Better
behind the
manager.
scenes, puppeteer. So I would say Wolves. But Everton equally have massive
time.
pockets. Like Everton, people forget, spent 50 mil on Sigurdsson, 50 mil on Richarlison.
35 on Czech Tosin.
Yeah,
Yeah.
30 on Cenk Tosun. They have bought 3 Barcelona players in the summer.
I think
They're not
Gomez
messing
is
about
loan, I
Everton.
think,
Yeah,
still.
they are only on loan, but equally they're not messing about. It's half time, by the way.
Yeah.
0-0. If you're new to the stream, get your questions in. If you do want to watch the game, make sure you click the link in the description below to get your Sky Sports mobile month pass for just £5.99, courtesy of our friends at Now TV. There are some massive games that you can also watch after this one in that month. You've got Man United versus Chelsea. You've got Liverpool Huddersfield, Spurs West Ham, Leicester versus Arsenal. You know, you've got Everton Burnley.
Oh, big game.
Personally, my favourite fixture of the lot, Huddersfield versus United at Huddersfield.
Oh, that's going to be big. That might actually be quite a big game in the
Yeah.
top 4 thing if we get a result tonight and beat Chelsea on Sunday. To be fair, if United get a draw tonight and beat Chelsea on Sunday, then you have to say they're in the top 4 race, right?
I think you have to say.
I mean, especially if Arsenal lose tonight.
If
which is
United
looking more and more
if United
likely.
draw and beat Chelsea, then I think we get top 4. Because I think they lose to Leicester. I really think Arsenal are going to lose to Leicester. Your away
Is that our
record
next game?
is so bad. You're
that
away
our
to
next
Leicester.
game?
And do you know the best thing? Do you know why Arsenal are playing? You know, they've played
They lose
3 away
3
games in a row. And I think the 4th is away from home as well. Is because Tottenham
Palace was at home.
is because Tottenham couldn't fulfil home games at the start of the season, but you can't have an Arsenal and Tottenham game at home on the same weekend. So
That's very
instead,
good.
Arsenal played all of their home games at the start of the season to accommodate Tottenham, and now
Fantastic.
Tottenham have moved into their home games, are flying, and Arsenal have to play all of their games that should have been away at the start of the season at the end of the
Fantastic.
season.
Hashtag restrictions.
Yes, Tottenham have come back and
Hashtag.
bitten Arsenal. It's absolutely world class from the Tottenham Planning Committee.
Very
Deliberately
good.
playing at Wembley for
Crazy.
6 more months.
Crazy.
You'd have thought
It was
that
all
far
mind
in advance.
games, mate.
This is Daniel Levy's 4-dimensional thinking pattern.
Genius.
Incredible.
Absolute
You know,
genius.
he could be a Scientologist.
If you wanted.
Would anybody really be surprised if Daniel Levy pulled off that skin and it was a lizard underneath?
No, you're saying it, mate.
I'm saying it.
I'm not.
Everybody's thinking it.
Yeah.
Let's get another question.
Allegedly.
Wow.
Allegedly, yeah. There you go.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Yeah.
Nothing defamatory about that whatsoever.
Okay,
Anyway.
the next question is from Connor, who says, what do you think will be the biggest transfer this summer?
The biggest one. There could be some potential big ones, couldn't there? But I'm trying to think
I think there's
who
one
that
thing
would
that's
be.
guaranteed that it's going to be going towards Madrid.
Yeah.
Whoever it is going to
I mean,
Madrid.
they have to sign someone.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Neymar.
Do you reckon Neymar to Madrid's
Neymar
going to
to
happen?
Madrid.
Stay another season.
Or,
Stay
do you know what? It really wouldn't shock me to see Mbappe wearing white next season. It really wouldn't shock me if Mbappe joined Madrid. I think he'll probably end up with Eden Hazard, but nothing would surprise me with Real Madrid's signing pattern, and I genuinely think Mbappe will be their number one target.
What do they pay for him though? 350 mil?
Yeah.
Woo,
He'll break
imagine.
the record, like.
Imagine. Apparently, they do have 500 mil to spend. Then 350 mil on Mbappe.
Would you rather spend 350 million on an Eden Hazard and a Mauro Icardi or whatever? It might cost you 300. Or would you just go and smash all that money on Mbappe?
I probably would put it on Mbappe.
So would I.
Equally,
Wouldn't touch Icardi. Wouldn't go anywhere near him.
Nah.
Bad news.
Yeah.
Yeah, bad news.
Well,
Yeah,
yeah,
but
he-
Real Madrid have a history of signing bad news players and they end up being amazing. Look at Sergio Ramos.
True. Very
Absolute nightmare, isn't he? But
but was he actually that much of a Is he actually that much of a nightmare in a professional sense, like off the pitch, like and?
true. Icardi's probably done a lot.
I mean, he has been
Yeah.
instrumental in getting a few managers the chop, though.
Yeah, but
Jose,
maybe for better than
He was
worse.
part of the Jose anti-Jose clan.
Yeah.
He was part of the anti-Santiago Solari clan. He was part of the.
People are
he was
saying-
the
Yeah,
making
but
of
but
the
I think Mourinho kind of brought them on.
Go on.
Brought that on himself.
People
didn't he?
saying what?
People saying Mbappe apparently confirmed he's not leaving.
He did say the other day,
Everybody says
yeah.
that. Everybody says, "Oh, I'm staying. I'm
Yeah.
pledging my future." And then when 300 million pounds and the Bernabeu come calling, they end up doing keepy-ups
But
next
he's
season.
a fan,
don't they?
isn't he? He's a big
Yeah.
fan of Real Madrid, so it wouldn't.
It just
shock me
wouldn't surprise me. Equally, I think it's more likely to be Eden Hazard at about 150 million.
You like that figure, don't you?
I also think that Bayern could end up really spending some
Yeah,
money on a
because
forward.
they dipped out of the transfer.
You know, they've already
market,
spent
yeah.
110 on. In fact, I think they've already spent more than 110. They've
Well,
signed
Pavard.
3 players, haven't they, so far?
I don't think they'll go out there
They've
and
signed
spend
Pavard for 30. They've signed Luca Hernandez for 80.
80, yeah,
Yeah.
it's something nuts, isn't it?
Is he the is that the
The
biggest
twin.
fee paid for a defender now?
Yeah, he's the biggest fee paid for a defender, and he's also obviously Bundesliga record transfer, Bayern Munich record transfer. So that's a
some
massive
distance.
fee. So I think Real Madrid. What about Barcelona? Any Barcelona activity this
I don't know,
summer?
Delict perhaps at
He
centre
could
back.
eclipse that record of 80.
Yeah, for sure.
It's that,
Who else? And maybe if they do go for someone like Jovic, maybe that would command a big fee, I reckon.
Yeah, Luka Jovic.
If
do
Barca
you think
were to go
anyone's
for him,
going for João Felix?
Nah,
Too
one
soon.
more season, I
Do you
think.
reckon?
maybe.
One
Yeah.
more song.
One more song.
someone would tune.
I also think there might be a big move for Jaden. If United and PSG both want Jaden,
I think it's
he'll
a
go
similar
for
situation though. Stay
go for
where
his
you
smart
are
money.
for one more.
Yeah, I think people will come knocking, but I think he'll stay.
I really don't think he'll stay. I think
Sancho won't.
I think
Sancho
Dortmund will cash in. Dortmund don't care. Dortmund don't care about signing players. They happily
love
take the
it.
money. They cash in. And I think Ousmane Dembele. Oh,
Yeah.
dirty by Vincent Kompany, should have been sent off. I think Ousmane Dembele kind of set the mould for that Dortmund big sale, and I think that it'll be the exact same Jadon Sancho.
Yeah, and equally, like, I don't know, I think if you're offered 100 million for an 18-year-old, you kind of have to take it, don't you? It's like Jadon Sancho has been amazing this season, and I'm sure he'll continue to be fantastic in the following seasons. But you have to kind of think about that. There's the chance that he might be a little bit quieter next season, and there'll be another youngster who'll kind of steal the limelight on the European stage, and suddenly he won't be as big a commodity, and suddenly you won't be getting as big offers in for him. That you do kind of have to strike while the iron's hot if you're a club like Dortmund, especially when, generally speaking, they have quite a good record of reinvesting that money.
Yeah,
you have to trust that
agree.
they'll put 100 million into 2 or 3 players who collectively will be more effective than having just Sancho there.
I totally agree. And also, I think people this year will be more reticent of waiting. Like, I think big teams will be concerned about waiting after the success of Kylian Mbappe, where PSG just jumped and went, one season, I'm having it. I'm paying 150 or however much it will cost them.
Yeah.
I think teams are now thinking, I can't afford to wait another season, otherwise he becomes a £300 million commodity. If he has a season where he scores 20 and 20 next year,
true.
what happens? He's suddenly a superstar Kylian Mbappe level player. So I think teams are more willing to go, I'll take the risk. We'll take the risk on him, like PSG did with Kylian Mbappe, because he is arguably, the second most exciting teenage talent in world football.
Sancho,
So I think they probably will. I think a team, be it PSG or Man United, will take the risk with him. So Sancho, Hazard, if Pogba goes, it's going to be a massive fee. But yeah, that's probably it, I think. Don't see any of the big boys doing too much more business. Liverpool won't. Chelsea obviously banned. City don't need that much surgery. Tottenham don't have the money. Arsenal don't have the money. PSG, maybe.
They'll just do it for a laugh.
PSG will have to, won't they?
Bayern needs some wingers.
Keep failing in
What do you mean
Champions
about Bayern signing Riyad Mahrez?
Yeah, take him.
I mentioned it on Twitter as a potential candidate for a wide
if
man
they're
spot
happy,
at a cut price fee.
If they're happy, I'm
If
happy.
you could get 40 million for him,
Yeah.
and Bayern were willing to
Take
pay it.
Yeah, I mean, but again, Bayern do have. Like, I feel like if you're Bayern, you go for the superstar rather than someone who's just going to tide you over for a bit. I mean, Gnabry's been pretty good this season. Coman's come back into form. If he can stay fit, then he's got that left side.
Sane, don't you?
Yeah, Sane or I mean, and they signed Alphonso Davies as well, so he's kind of one for the future. But yeah, I mean, yeah, Sane, you would go for Sane, I think. Yeah, if you were going to go.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know whether Sane would go to Bayern. I mean, he's guaranteed more
German
minutes.
as well.
I mean,
Yeah.
if I don't know what the situation is behind the doors, but like, oh yeah, he's not playing. I'd be annoyed if I was Sane. I mean,
how much would you take for Leroy Sane? If
it'd be a lot.
Bayern came in and said 75 million, would you take it?
I'd be annoyed at that figure, considering the market inflation right now. I think that Sane is a talent that's still young enough to get so much better, and he's already frightening as it is.
Yeah, I agree.
I think if Bayern Munich are willing to pay that much for Hernandez, they're willing to pay more for Sane, and I think we would get more money for Sane than that. But it's a shame if we let him go, because I really, really, really like him. Really like the combination of him and Sterling. So it's just unfortunate that Bernardo Silva's just been unreal this season, and potentially attitude problems apparently are a thing with Leroy Sane.
I feel like he'd be great at Bayern Munich though. He would
Yeah,
just be a superstar.
if you get him at a
Such a
big
good Robben
club
replacement.
starting every single week, he will be phenomenal. I can't remember which pundit said, but he was like, yeah, it's the closest player we've had to Ronaldo in the league since, well, Ronaldo.
Just Ronaldo.
Yeah, in terms of his athleticism, I'd probably agree. But I think him, maybe a Memphis Depay wouldn't be the worst option. You know, still coming into his prime years with an incredible goal-scoring record in every league other than at Man United, who clearly can't do anything about any attacking talent at the moment. So I would be tempted by Memphis Depay too, because I think you get Memphis for maybe half the fee of the Leroy Sane at a league.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you could probably get Memphis for the same price as Mahrez, and you definitely take Memphis with
But
you.
equally, they did. How much were Liverpool? Hadn't Liverpool agreed like 70 million for Nabil Fekir before he did his knee?
Yeah.
So maybe Leon don't need that money now, and they are going. You want Memphis, and you're paying upwards of 50 to 50.
I mean, they are the toughest negotiators in European football, Leon. They are ridiculous. Like they're I can't remember the name of their chairman, but
they know what they've got. They know the assets they've got there, and they've got some incredible ones. Obviously, they'll also be looking to probably sell Tanguy and Ndombele this summer for a big fee. If they get 80 million for Tanguy and Ndombele to a Manchester United or to somebody like that,
Man City.
do they really need to sell Memphis for anything less than 100? They probably think no, not really. Unless Man U go, we'll pay the buyback. 32. Memphis, you come back and then we'll give you to buy him for 100 or whatever. It'll be an interesting one.
That won't happen in the real world, though, will it?
Nah, never.
The next question from Edita, who says, what's the one transfer rumour about your club that you hope isn't true?
Oh, that's a fantastic question. That could well be the best question I've ever been asked on a stream.
Really? Wow.
Genuinely. Most of them are absolute garbage.
What about that Van Dijk Shaqiri question? Remember, that was fantastic.
What was that?
Was it the something about two Van Dijk-sized Shaqiris versus... I can't remember the question.
That's more of a you question.
Yeah, it's more of a me question.
Go on then.
What transfer rumour that you don't want, like a prospective
People that
transfer
have
rumour?
been-
Like
Yeah.
Pogba leaving.
Or like before, I mean, Pogba leaving has annoyed me a bit recently, like the idea of Pogba leaving. I mean, in the past, David De Gea to Real Madrid. In terms of players being linked with our club, I don't know, this season, Doucouré being linked with United just seems a bit kind of throwaway, doesn't it? It's just kind of like not going to happen.
Declan Rice?
Declan Rice. I mean, I wouldn't like not welcome that. I think Declan Rice like has the potential to be a top 4 player.
Yeah.
If he develops well over the next few years, but maybe not right now. Just trying to think. Yeah, is this like this season or just in general?
I
Like,
think it's just this,
I think
this summer.
this season.
yeah, I can't really trying to think. There's definitely been some more laughable players kind of thrown in United's direction, especially when Mourinho was in charge.
Harry Maguire
last season, that wasn't great.
Like
And there was a striker as well. I swear, like there was a bit of a kind of, when Chelsea were like kind of going in for Peter Crouch and stuff. I swear there was one of those kind of strikers linked with United as well. Who was it? Arnautovic. Do you remember Arnautovic was going to come last summer?
Oh, do you remember? I still think the worst one was under Louis van Gaal, Odion Ighalo in the January transfer window.
Oh God, what 2016 was it? Yeah,
for 35 million, and he ended up going to China. Absolutely did us a favour. Just wow. This season, do you know what? At the very start of the season, in the podcast we did, I said I would take him. This now at this level, I hope we don't sign Thomas Meunier, the PSG right back. I really don't want to sign Thomas Meunier this summer. That would probably be mine.
I don't want to see. There's lots of rumours of Gundogan leaving. I think it's
his injury record stinks.
I know, but it doesn't help our current situation of that kind of holding midfielder that we need to replace with Fernandinho for the future. And if he goes, that means we need an immediate replacement who can start a whole season, as well as somebody who will hopefully progress into be a player that's as good, if not better, than Fernandinho.
What about signing?
I mean, I haven't heard too many rumours of who we're going to sign.
Yeah, you've been linked with
very
few players.
I'd be happy with him.
Rabiot, obviously.
Rabiot, happy with him. Most of the players I've been happy with. But what happens is, like, we are now lumped in, like you've probably been for the amount of years. Here's a top player, lump him in with City and hope for the best. So,
that's true.
I don't know. The signings coming in, can't really say. But I wouldn't. Leroy Sané, if those rumours of him being unhappy are true, that kind of upsets me quite a bit. Gundogan, I wouldn't like him to leave, but I'd understand if he did. Apart from that, there's not really much going on with City.
Mine's always that Ozil losing.
Just thinking about Arsenal's transfers. Like,
mine's always Mesut Ozil losing him. Like, I don't think we will, but it comes up every time the transfer window opens. He's unhappy. He wants
especially under Emery recently.
I don't know who we're really linked with. We're normally linked with bad defenders like Cahill. And like small.
Yeah, you were linked with Gary Cahill in January. Do you remember the Gary Cahill link? Ooh.
They just think of the most out of form defender and link.
What's he doing? Getting your own half, Pogba.
He's messing with your heads.
Mine's definitely Ozil leaving. I just don't want to lose him.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
Okay. What about Ipswich?
What about Ipswich? It doesn't matter about Ipswich.
Either way, Manchester United versus Manchester City. The second half has just got underway. If you want to watch the game and you're leaving comments below of where to watch it, click the link in the description of this video to get your Now TV Sky Sports mobile month pass for just £5.99.
This is it, man.
Man City are in.
I'm telling you, this
Raheem
is it.
Sterling.
Oh.
Bernardo Silva. Yes, Matteo Darmian.
So
they call him Maldini 2.0, and you can see why. If you do want to get that Sky Sports mobile month pass, click that link. £5.99 gives you access for a whole month to 5 channels on the Sky Sports network, including Sky Sports Premier League, where of course you can watch this game. So do that right now. Either way, no changes at half time. Man City have started very well. Bernardo Silva just dinking his way through our entire midfield. Raheem Sterling doing bits. But then Matteo Maldini.
Oh, mate. So good. You said that statement that you made before was a bit outlandish, but maybe the best one-on-one defender in this game at least. So
and even now.
He's made a resounding return to this lineup. I do actually quite like Darmian. I think he's maybe our best defensive fullback. But he just
sort it out.
Beat him.
He's got him on all day.
Well done. Okay, come on then, Pogba. See, the trouble is now you're just like, Pogba, do something amazing every single time he gets the ball, because the lack of quality in other areas is just astounding.
Flump this.
He's going to try and dart between them like he always does.
It's a corner. It's a corner.
That was never, ever, ever a corner. That is appalling officiating.
Is fuming.
That was such bad officiating there. I was definitely awful by he who should not be named, wasn't it? He definitely just tried to dribble it and it just dribbled out. Right, Man United, this is a big chance. We've got to make the most of our set pieces. We haven't created many.
I'm telling you, do you remember who scored in this, well, not in this fixture, but in the Etihad fixture last year? That man on the screen right now. Yeah, Mike Smalling.
He did, yeah.
And he's going to do it again now. Watch.
The winner, didn't he?
Watch.
Oh,
he nearly did. He nearly did. He got his head on it.
He got it well. What's that by Fred? Oh, no, you've got to win it, Freddie.
That's good.
How do you? Was it you who was saying how to pronounce this?
Fredge.
Fredge.
Is it actually Fredge in
But
Brazilian, in Portuguese?
It is
French.
Fred the Red.
But it's like
Fredge the
he
Rage.
is Portuguese, isn't he? So, well, he's Brazilian, but speaks Portuguese.
I didn't. Portuguese.
Good ball by Darmian. We finally found our centre-back leader. Come on then, let's put something into the box. Oh
God, give it to
here
Fred.
we
Give
go.
it to Fred.
Let's all go wrong. All about to go wrong.
He gets proper Fred Flintstone, doesn't he? When
Yeah.
he's about to try and do something.
What?
It's just the fact that there's so many opportunities to pass.
That's a good ball by Fredge.
Oh,
Why
Pen.
did he hit it first time?
I always shout Pen.
He just had to hit that first time, didn't he?
well.
Had to hit that first time.
Still, I don't reckon he would have put that on target if he had to hit it the first time. Look at the hashtag on the screen right now over there. Don't crack under pressure. That's what City need to not do this second half.
Really well said, Michael. That's a great point.
Yeah. Someone clip that.
Good chance. Put that on your FD Clicks page.
150k straight up.
Yeah, I will absolutely fly off the shelves, that one, Temps. Temps, any more questions from anybody at home?
Yes, we do. This one's from Football Stats Daily, who says, is James Maddison the best player to come from the Championship? With his 16 goal contributions this season.
Is it that many?
And 3.3 chances per game.
Which is the best in the
showing
league,
off
by
our
the way.
stats.
It's the best in the league.
That's unreal.
Mikey?
Yeah, I mean, one of them, certainly. I'm trying to think of other players who've come up from the Championship in recent years who've been that good.
For crying out loud.
Here we go.
I think
Here
there's
we
an
go.
argument to be made. I don't know whether you would classify it, but the season that Harry Kane returned from Championship loan.
Okay, yeah. Equally, though, I think when that first season that Harry Kane came from Championship
What
loan,
happened?
I think he was actually more active in the Europa League than he was in the Premier League.
So it must have been
Yeah,
that.
But yeah, I mean, and also who's David Brooks as well, been fantastic this season for
Yeah,
Bournemouth as well.
Not quite his level though. I think I would.
Yeah, no, for sure. Madison's been
That's outrageous. I'm
Yeah,
struggling
really.
to think of any players that have come up from the Championship and been effective in the Premier League.
I'm sure there have been a few, but like probably a little bit before.
There he is, Leroy
before my time.
Sané.
I'm blanking. Either way, Fernandinho, by the way, right now is down with what looks like a pretty serious knee injury after a tackle on Paul Pogba, which is detrimental to your season.
Yeah, really bad.
Because you missed him for 4 games at the Christmas period or something, and you lost 2 of them.
Yep, 5 games left of the season for us, including the FA Cup final.
Not good. What do you make of the Leroy? It looks like Leroy Sané is coming on for him. What do you make
It'll
of
be
that?
Gundogan filling in the role of Fernandinho somewhat. Bernardo Silva filling the role of Gundogan. Sterling going back on the right and Sané going on the left, I would
And
think.
then David Silva slotting into the other midfield.
Yeah, David Silva will probably stay where he is. But it's never good to see him
Big
go
loss,
off.
though, isn't
The fact that he's made a challenge and then gone down himself, it's not just like a knock and he's feeling a bit rough. He knows he's done something here, so probably won't be seeing him for the rest of the season, which is a massive blow for City. Not ideal at all, considering Gundogan took a bit of a knock.
He looks too bad.
I mean,
there.
Leroy Sané
it's
is almost definitely going to score.
it's
though.
one of
May
those
just be a
things.
precaution thing.
Yeah, it's one of those things you're injured kind of thing. Like
Yeah.
he's going straight down the tunnel. Is he?
No, he's not. He's
No,
going
he's
up the
not.
steps.
He might
He's
not
going to
get
watch the
back,
rest of the
but-
game.
No,
He's not that
He's
dejected.
going to sit down, have a energy
he'll be
bar,
okay.
and enjoy the rest of the game.
I think
Apparently.
Leroy
A good cup
Sané
of
though,
tea.
is almost definitely going to score.
Oh, yeah.
Leroy Sané
Ashley
within the
Young
next 15
versus
minutes
Leroy
will score an
Sané, by the
absolute
way.
worldie. Yeah, is that where he's going to play on that
Yeah,
left wing?
absolutely
And then Raheem
butter
will come
on
across to the
toast.
right. Yeah, I think that could well be ugly scenes. But then he has to face the man, the myth, the wall himself, Matteo Darmian.
mate.
And in a one-on-one situation with Matteo Darmian, ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you, there's only one winner. And it's usually Matteo Darmian. It really
Couldn't
is.
agree more.
Another question, Tevs?
Yeah, it's question of the day for James. It's from Menes18.
Oh,
Menez.
Would you rather fight 2 Hamill-sized Olivias or 2 Olivia-sized Hamills?
Well,
They're the same size.
Same size.
Basically, would you rather fight 2 Olivias or 2 Hamills?
They are genuinely the same size.
Obviously, we're not answering that question.
No.
We'll just read that one out.
But
No, we have to answer that.
Do you
It's the
actually want to
same
answer that
thing.
question?
Yeah, maybe.
go on.
I'd probably take on
I was
Hamill.
reading it
Yeah.
as a joke.
Yeah, go on. Well, they're the same size. It's just 2 Hamills.
2 Hamills, I think. 2 Hamills.
Yeah, 2 Hamills.
Yeah, 2 Hamills.
The animals.
That you can get-
I want
you
to
can
see how
get
much
in-
of an animal he really is.
Yeah, well said.
An animal or a flanimal.
Whoa!
Flaminers, I remember them.
Let's get another question before it turns into a total shambles.
Oh,
Don't even know what a flanimal is.
Do you reckon big clubs will be in for Son this summer after his performances? If so, what club do you think?
Yeah, that's good. Very good
How
shout.
old is he? I'm
That's
Googling
from
how
Magnus.
old
I think
he is.
I think he is like 26, 27. Like I don't know whether he's necessarily at the age that he's going to be as hot property. And I just think Spurs.
26 he is.
I feel like Spurs are just going to do the thing of keeping hold of their key players again. Like
Great
I don't
ball.
see who they get rid of.
That's it.
Maybe Eriksen. Maybe they cash in Eriksen.
Oh, he's up.
I
He's
feel
down.
like
He's all
Eriksen.
around.
I was gonna agree with Mikey. I feel like they'll cash in on Eriksen before they do Son. Son's way too crucial for them, man. So there are arguments to be made that they could cash in on Kane and keep Son.
Yeah.
Like Harry Kane, if Real Madrid come in with a £250 million bid for Harry Kane,
You have to take that, man.
I feel like you take it and you play Son as your striker because he's so effective. And I understand that Harry Kane is Mr. Tottenham, wants to spend his career at Tottenham, but the role of an out-and-out...
This is
Oh,
it.
God, they're in.
Oh,
That's
that's it.
Yes! Get in there.
We're in.
Ah!
I'm just glad about a goal.
Sorry.
Move this sofa back
Sorry.
over.
Got excited.
Rude.
Sorry.
Oh,
Bernardo Silva.
Bernardo Silva. He does deserve
To the
that goal.
right.
He's been the best player on
Yeah,
the. He's
Best
been
player on the pitch by a long way.
I was about to
Still
say,
on, guys,
we
for
looked a
Arsenal.
lot
It's
more
all good.
comfortable in the second half since Sane's come on. The width is there, the space is there. Gundogan seemed to be controlling the game very well with all the added space. So,
It's been a game of few chances,
Oh,
has been, yeah.
but since the
Relax,
second
Alex.
half
My voice
started,
a little bit.
that's been
great,
coming
man.
a little bit.
I didn't expect
It's
myself to be
Bernardo
that
Silva. He's on
excited.
the
Came
ball.
out of
Looks so
nowhere.
dangerous, doesn't he?
Sure, it's
doesn't-
just way. There are arguments to be made.
finish.
I'm sorry to say again, David De Gea beating his near post. Not the
good,
best
though.
bit of
It's a
goalkeeping
good finish.
you'll
You know
ever
where he's
see.
going. That's the thing.
Yeah, but you can't be beating. Yeah, as David De Gea, you can't be beating in your near post as David
Drop
De Gea
him,
in that
drop him.
situation, man.
As I said earlier on in the stream,
It's
bring
a
back
snapshot,
Lindegaard.
and it's like a blind snapshot.
I think it's perhaps not the best positioning from De Gea to
De
begin
Gea
with.
positioning. He
Yeah.
won't be happy with himself.
No,
He
won't
will
be
not
happy
be
with
happy with himself. Wasn't happy with himself after was it Barcelona goal that he gave away?
Oh yeah, I mean
in
that was
Barcelona,
awful.
But there was also
No.
one against Barcelona in the first leg where he rolled it out pretty poorly.
Yeah, is that where it
One
came from?
against
Yeah,
Watford,
yeah, it was.
I
Yeah.
think, or Wolves. So he's not on great form, and
No.
I don't think that's a particularly good good effort.
No.
I think his position is all over the gaff, and fairly because I think Man City probably a better team so far in the second half. I wonder.
Yeah, well, I tell you, look, first, I think the Sane substitution actually going to work in our favour. Weirdly, I think we needed a bit more. We didn't look. We haven't looked like ourselves, our regular selves. And what we usually do is create as much space on the pitch
That's
as
really giving you some
possible.
confidence, that goal.
Yeah.
Oh, look
it's
at
gonna be-
that! Oh my God!
Whack!
Oh no!
Whack!
Oh!
That would have been one of the goals of the season.
Yeah.
That would have been an amazing goal. And as bad as Aguero's hair is, I think he hit the post there, did he? Did he hit the post?
Nah,
Look at
that
that.
was
A
wide.
little wide.
Oh,
he did hit the
actually
post.
He did hit the post. Oh my
Let's
lord,
watch
that
that
was
again.
incredible.
Such good effort.
football.
He's such an incredible striker.
Well, it does as
I mean,
well.
there's really not much you can do about that
Nah.
if you're Man City. I think
Yeah.
any team in the world kind of gets torn apart there. That's just unbelievable football by Manchester City, isn't it? If United lose this, when did we last win?
What, against City? Or
No,
just in
against-
general?
Was it against West Ham?
Yeah, well,
Oh
West
my
Ham.
lord,
Oh,
that is
yeah.
outrageous
Saucy.
by Rashford.
Oi, oi! Oi, oi!
Oh, mate.
Still in?
Oi! Good Lingard! No! No! Jesse!
What's that bit of that? Bit of that?
How did he miss?
He didn't miss. He didn't even get the
an
ball.
touch, though.
That's
That's
a
ridiculous.
That's a McCubbin special, by the
What,
way,
from
from
Rashford?
Lingard. That's a
Mate,
McCubbin
what-
special.
Mate, how does
What?
he miss?
He's pissed off. Boing.
Oh.
So I'll put some sound effects
You
on
have
that.
to,
That
you
is
have to
brilliant.
get-
That is brilliant.
A horror miss by Jesse Lingard. Oi, Damian! Oi!
Oh, he's done it again.
Oh,
Lingard.
Lingard! That's like disappointing!
Oh, man.
Oh, that's all gone wrong.
The grass is too wet.
That is just embarrassing.
Zinchenko's got to go for that, surely.
That is
Ashley Young
so
is
bad by who should not be named.
There's so many sound effects to be added in the last like 5
Lord.
minutes of football.
You need to do an edit after this, James.
Yeah. All the Boeing and Trump sound effects. It's gonna be
Honestly,
great.
some of the...
Oh,
God, some of
man.
the quality in this United squad is just...
It's crazy because City would get punished by a better team with a
Yeah.
performance like
Oh,
this.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, City have been pretty average, haven't they?
I mean, they've been much better in an attacking sense, but defensively they have been shaky.
Such a massive chance.
Yeah, if Lingard was switched on at that point instead.
Also, can we just appreciate Company? Absolutely flung himself.
What is he doing there, though?
Company, man.
Jesse, man, what a chance.
Oh dear.
Oh,
Sterling. If you
well
can get
done.
hold of
What is going on
Why
there?
did you do that?
thump.
Just flew into him. Give the ball to Fred. Oh no, don't give it in there.
Well, you said give it to Fred.
Yeah, but I didn't see David right behind him, and now.
Oh God!
Wow.
Oh no! What has happened
Fernandinho
there?
replacement.
Look at the
Oh,
state
no.
of the ability on the
Sane
ball.
versus Young. This is what I want to see. Oh,
No.
what's happened?
Go on, Shaw.
Go on, Shaw. Do a Maradona, son. Full length.
No.
Really average. United need to get a defender off, and we need to get a forward on.
Now is the time to roll the dice.
United are yet.
Who are you bringing on? Who are you taking off? What's going on?
Well, we've got about 100 attackers on the bench. So let's get he who should not be named off the pitch.
Yep.
Let's get Darmian to right back.
Yep.
Let's get in replacement of he who should not be named, Martial onto the pitch.
Oh, what are you doing, Company?
In the same time, let's
Jesus.
also take Lingard off and put Lukaku on. Let's go for a front three of Rashford, Lukaku, Martial.
Ooh.
I think we need to go all out
Company
there.
really scares
I
me.
kind of,
don't like
even
it.
though Lingard has
like
been
it.
full of mistakes this game, I still kind of would keep him on. Maybe like he still does offer something that we don't really have a connection between the midfield and attack
Yeah,
without
true.
him. Like at least keep him on, maybe make him play a little bit of a less advanced role. Maybe I kind of feel like Alexi is a good player to bring on now. Like
Oh, really?
yeah, because he is still capable of. You know what I mean? If he
that's
gets
a
that
foul.
chance that Lingard gets, he puts that away.
That's surely a yellow card.
Nah, he's fine.
Surely a yellow card. Absolutely vile, reprehensible tackle by Ilkay Gundogan here. Looked like it was through the knee.
This wasn't the best passes from Sterling.
Oh, that wasn't great at all.
Wow. Give him a red card.
Oh no, that's not bad.
Smalling kicked him.
That's a little.
That's a
Smalling kissed him.
Smalling. Where's Andre Maro when you need
Yeah,
him?
they said he kissed him.
Let's get another question then. Tell us what the people are talking about.
Ellis Cook wants to know who you think the best bargain signing your club has ever made is. That's positive.
Edwin van der Sar, 2 million from
Didn't
Fulham.
really
Really?
think
Fair
about
enough.
it.
Yeah.
Great answer.
He was pretty good.
17 million, Cristiano Ronaldo.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, that's a great shout.
That's good.
Yeah, it was
We
ridiculous.
haven't really got
Wasn't
any bargains. Oh, Zinchenko. There you go. He was like
David
2
Silva,
mil.
man.
Well, David Silva's only like 20, 25 mil.
Yeah,
wasn't
but for let's take the last 2 seasons into consideration. We
Yeah.
needed a left back. We've got a 1 point
Yeah,
or
but
2.
David Silva has been like arguably
Yeah,
your club's
true,
greatest
true,
ever
true.
player for
Yeah.
25 million. Like, how much did you pay for Aguero? 30?
Yeah, that's that. But the thing is, that was still quite at the time. That was a lot.
Yeah, but that was still at a time when like Villa were paying
Oh,
that much
bloody
for
hell.
Darren Bent. So
What is that?
Sure.
What is that? He should not be named. I've had it with him.
Careful.
Apologies
Right.
to the headphone that users at home, but honestly, I give up.
They
I
should,
really
they should
do
learn.
give up.
They should
You
learn.
should learn. If he who should not be named gets on the ball, take your headphones out.
I mean, fair enough.
here we go.
Dead area, guys. So if anybody else wants to fill it, please do. What question we got?
I feel a bit uncomfortable after that. Let me look for a question. Talk amongst yourselves, guys.
I think
haven't got
that, and this is very, very random, but Carl Walker's hair dye makes him look like he's bald from a distance. He's got a bald patch at the top, and I don't like it. Really,
Oh,
do you
it
know what I
does.
mean?
Oh
Really
god,
does.
Yeah,
it's a really bad ball patch
Yeah,
as
he needs
well.
to sort that out. Carl,
That's
if
a
you're
really good
watching
shout, actually.
later, sort it out.
Would you make any subs as a City fan? No?
What do you mean?
Would you bring
Make any
anyone
subs?
on?
Well,
Yeah,
we just
yeah.
scored, so no.
No.
Um,
But you bought on Sterling for a defense, Sane
Sane.
for a defensive midfield. So now you're winning. Do you go more conservative and
No.
potentially take on forward?
I always feel that if you're in a winning position or you've got momentum in a game, you carry on with it. I do feel like, especially City, if you make the change, if you put a defensive player on, shore up the defence, it does the complete opposite. So
Nice.
as risky as everything
Risk.
is,
Go
um,
on.
This is great football.
the one player I
nice.
would take
Sorry.
off would be probably Company's on a yellow card. He hasn't looked quite comfortable this game, but I don't think we should yet. But I could easily eat my words later in the game, to be fair. Because, yeah, as I said, he doesn't quite look comfortable.
Good ball.
Oh, that's a free kick, surely.
Okay, now
Very
this is a
good
very,
position.
very, very dangerous area.
Who's taking this?
Pogba's got to take it.
Please don't let this
well.
be Rashford. Please don't let this be Rashford.
This is
How are you
Pogba territory as
getting
well.
booked for that? That's a foul.
Tackling from
Nothing
the wrong
more than
side
that.
in a pretty dangerous area.
Yeah.
Um,
you
You're
book
not
him.
getting. You're not getting.
play.
booked
Oh,
for that.
this is such
That's
a
so
big
harsh.
chance. Do you know who'd have? I'd put Andres Pereira on this.
Really true, actually.
I'd
He's a
have Andres Pereira
specialist.
on
He is a
this.
specialist.
Do not let Hughes not be named anywhere
What
near
happens if
this.
he scores?
Send him
What
back.
happens if he scores?
Send him away.
What if he scores?
If he puts his top corner, I'll give you £10.
Do you remember when he scored 2 free kicks against Watford?
I'd have to do a thing.
It's
so-
Pogba or Fred. It's got to be Pogba.
It's got to be Paul.
It's going to be Pogba, isn't it? Look at
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
It's 3-1.
3-1.
Arsenal
Oh,
back
the
in game.
comeback
3-1.
comeback.
The
Back
comeback
in the game.
is on.
Thank you. Why did the other one tell me
Mustafi with
that?
a goal.
3-1.
Imagine if Mustafi gets a hattie now.
Who actually scored?
Sorry.
Oh, the other
Thanks,
centre
Sonny.
back.
Okay, here we go. Come on, Paul. I really need something special from you here, Paul. Really need something special.
I would like
I'm
it
really feeling
if you could miss. That would be great for me.
This would be a great goal, though, wouldn't it?
It would be a good
It would be
goal.
iconic.
Yeah,
Paul Pogba sticks his top bins, and then we win a 93rd minute penalty.
that is a huge wall, by the way.
old
Both
wall.
teams,
Come on,
both teams have
Paul. Come on,
joined
Paul.
the
Do
wall.
something special, son. Do
That's
something
14
special,
people
Paul.
in there.
This is training ground stuff.
Do something special, Paul.
I think this is going in.
No.
Oh.
Bang
Yeah,
again.
going in the wall.
Oh.
It's cracking it.
Got
That
ya.
was terrible.
It's
That was
just
terrible.
not good enough, is it? It's just not good enough. It's
Such
a total
a great
letdown.
position.
Career-defining
That's a good ball,
moment. That.
Yeah.
Oh,
Nice.
lovely by Mike Smalling. Yeah, there it is.
Young.
Oh
Like-
god, that was bad. That was so bad.
No, he's got it to the
Rashford's
other
got it.
wing. He's got it to the other wing. Oh, it went
That's
out,
good from
went
Rashford.
out of play.
Genuinely,
not-
look
oh,
at that. Look, I give up. I could give up. I could genuinely just
Player
give
of the
up.
season, Man United player of the season, in my eyes. He's
No.
given it his all every game.
Can't deny that.
He is so abysmal. It's just unbelievable. Like Dalot can't. There is no way he offers anything that Dalot doesn't at this stage.
He
Yeah,
just
no, for
needs
sure,
the
Dalot should be
support of the
starting.
fans. That's all he wants. That's all he needs to be a good player. Support and faith from the fans.
He would struggle to get into Aston Villa's side,
Yeah,
and
he
they're
I don't
playing
know.
the Championship. Seriously, I can't believe that he's still starting at right back in 2019 for Man United with Chris Smalling.
Yeah, it's
What
just,
about
it's
with
just a
Valencia?
shame, really.
Is he
He's left.
he's left?
Yeah, he's left.
Well, he's got- yeah, he's so
leaving
injured.
in the summer, yeah, he's so injured. He's just injured every single game.
Isn't he still your club captain at the moment?
Yeah.
I think
Well,
he
technically,
is,
yeah.
but
Shall not be named,
He's
is
barely,
he?
barely
No,
playing.
he's captain on the pitch, but not club captain. I don't think.
Club captain is Valencia, but
Yeah.
he's announced he's leaving. So
Yeah, okay.
I think he's going to the MLS. He's just
Okay, yeah, that's
needs
fair
a
enough.
shot.
That's,
I think he's actually going to DC United with Rooney.
oh, that'd be good.
That would be
Is
great.
he?
Best friends.
No way, that would be great.
reunite.
I think he's going to DC United, which is an interesting one.
Whack.
Look at this disgraceful Mourinho tactic of just hoofing the ball upfield.
What is that?
Oi,
Oh,
nice.
good from
This
Fred.
is-
Oh, draws the
Oi,
foul.
that was a dirty tackle. Who was
Go on,
that?
Jesse,
David
don't mess
Silva,
this
by the
up.
looks of things. It's not going to be Bernardo, yeah, David
done.
Silva.
Switch it, switch it, switch
This
it.
has been such a messy game.
Oh,
Mourinho,
man.
dreadful.
Quality's been
Go on, Sterling.
Disappointed.
Oh, here we go. This is it.
4v4, 4v3.
Three.
No,
Foul.
look
Oh
at
my
that.
god, what has happened to the defence there?
Thwack, thwack!
That is
Love
one-
it.
Oi,
Love
oi,
it.
oi, oi, watch the defending. Watch
They
the
all stood
defending.
off.
That is some of the worst defending I've ever
This is
seen
some of the
from a
worst
United side.
defending I've ever seen from a top level.
It was like
Premier League side.
having three pawns all in a line in a
Watch
chess
this.
match.
It was like somebody had strung all of them together, like they'd
Oh,
attached
man.
the shoes or the waistbands so they couldn't run away from each other. This could be one of the worst bits of top level defending I've ever seen. Also, I hate to say it again, it's not great by De Gea. It's
No.
gone straight through De Gea. But look at this bit of defending. Genuinely,
You
this,
have the ball and
this
I-
camera angle will show it all so clearly.
Give it away to company.
Look at this
Sterling
camera
takes
angle.
Fred
it
rushes in
past
far
what,
too much
2,
there as well.
3?
Here you go. Watch these three defenders come across here.
Oh
Where
my
are they
god.
going?
What happened to Maldini? Where's Maldini? Oh, it's a
De
massive
Gea.
error.
That
from
was
De Gea.
Damien's mistake as well in terms of
Maldini.
positioning.
Look at that bit of defending though. Lindelof's so calm in that position. Oh, David.
You know that clip of Van
Game
Dijk
over.
on his own, marshalling
Yeah,
two
yeah, yeah.
players? That's
Game
like
over.
literally
That's
the
bad
reverse of that.
That is terrible
That's
by
3
David
players
De Gea.
not being able to marshal
Don't
one.
worry this time.
Absolutely
Loves it.
terrible
Loves
by
it.
David De Gea.
He's buying a new coat after this game.
Oh, that's two.
He better do,
He better
because it's
do.
a disgrace.
That's two, David De Gea. If you want to watch this game, you want to watch the goals, make sure you click the link in the description below to get your Sky Sports Mobile Month Pass courtesy of our friends at Now TV. £5.99 for a whole month of unlimited Sky Sports 5 channels, including Sky Sports Premier League, Sky Sports main event. It also means you can watch Man United versus Chelsea on Sunday. It's well worth getting. But it's now 2-0. United have a massive game against Chelsea on the weekend. Otherwise, we've won, 1 in 9?
Not great. Top 4 hopes are waning now. I mean, what? Because Arsenal.
Don't bring me into this.
Well, no, but Arsenal losing tonight, right? 3-1.
It just doesn't matter.
Two losses in a row. United 2 losses in a row. Just doesn't really change all that much.
Had a stinker.
Have to beat Chelsea.
Capitalising on United have lost 9 in a row.
How
are you not capitalising?
They don't want to.
That's what I mean about it being one of
They're
the
really
worst
comfortable in
top
Europa.
Oh,
they're
man,
having a
De
great
Gea.
time.
De Gea,
That's so
straight
bad.
We're going to get slaughtered in the Champions League.
He's going off to Madrid.
De Gea, no, they got Courtois, haven't they?
Oh yeah,
Oh,
that's
Fred.
turned out great, isn't it?
United need to get some attackers onto the pitch.
We got Aguero playing CDM at the moment. What's going on?
Just put Sanchez on.
All jokes aside, win it. Well done.
From a City's perspective, you just got to control the game now, really. Like you don't even need to go.
We haven't been so
haven't been
awful.
so
No, but you've been-
But I mean, we've been messy. Really,
Yeah, you've not been
clunky
great.
football. What we expect from City to kind of control the game, wait for the moment to actually break. We've done the counter-attacking.
Is there
Yeah,
any
you
chance of
capitalised on our
Smalling
mistakes.
ever playing a ball with his left foot? When Smalling's on the ball, he runs around the ball. It's like a
No.
FIFA 96 game where he has to run around the ball to pass that way, and if he wants to pass back that way, he has to serve. Pass him with your left
I
foot!
really enjoyed the sound effects.
Ability level.
Yeah, me too.
Ability level is appalling. Appalling.
There you go.
Embarrassing. Seriously.
Most goals, now have the most goals in a Premier League season. in
That's
all
a great
all
all
competitions. in
I thought you would have trumped that last season, but clearly not.
No.
Ajax have 159.
But we've been in more competitions for longer.
Ajax have
Like, have you?
159.
Oh, because of
we're
the
in
FA Cup,
two
yeah,
domestic
true,
finals,
true.
as well as the quarterfinals.
Yeah, that's 7-0 against Burton as well, didn't you? Was that
we
you?
have had a very, very lucky run through the FA Cup as well.
Mm.
Like we're playing a lot of
Rubbish,
lower tier teams. Andres Pereira's had enough. He just wants to go home.
No, I think he catches a stud in the waist.
No,
Oh, that's red.
that's like De Jong and
Is it De Jong and Xabi Alonso? Yeah.
That's a red card, isn't it?
No.
Because you get hit.
Whack!
Oh,
That's
hello.
a red card, man.
No.
That is a
There's
red
some
card. He
serious
knows
cogs out
exactly
there.
what he's
They are
doing.
nothing in that.
I think that's
Get
a red
out.
card, but equally, it's hard to tell
Yeah,
without
you
the,
give
without the punditry.
They
but that
don't
is a
like
red
each
card.
other.
It's hard to tell because he goes for the head there, so it's. I don't know whether he actually sees
Does
Pereira
he
coming.
mean it or not? It's hard
Still
to tell,
dangerous,
it's
but
super dangerous. Could have ripped his abdomen open there. Really would have been a sight to behold. Any other questions?
You would have loved that.
Yes, we do. Question from Crayman222. Who has been the worst player in this game?
Here's
Uh,
what we know.
do you reckon?
No, I think he hasn't
I
been
think he's
actually
been
the
the worst.
worst.
Oh, then who's been worse than him?
What's
Vincent
his face?
Kompany's not been great.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Kompany's
Vincent
been good.
Kompany hasn't been.
Fred's been a bit.
Fred's been good, but the final ball's been very bad from him.
De Gea.
Like he's been good on the
De
ball.
Gea.
Actually,
De Gea's
yeah,
been
what, De
bad.
Gea.
Yeah, De Gea.
Yeah.
Pains me
De
to
Gea.
say that, but
Yeah.
How
yeah.
bad was he
Stab
in
in
the
the
World Cup
heart,
as
that.
well? Like, he has
Yeah, man,
his
he's had
phases.
awful 18 months.
He's
there.
just not a big game player.
He's just had such a bad 18 months. Like, post World Cup. Now, look, this is the trouble. Paul Pogba literally has to do everything for us now. He has to pick the ball up in defensive midfield, beat 10 men and score.
He's telling them what to do as well. On pitch manager, that's going out.
No, it's not.
Zinny.
Is your next game Chelsea?
Chelsea.
Yeah,
Do you think
yeah.
you're going to beat Chelsea?
That's a bigger game.
that's
That's
gonna be
At Old
a bigger
Trafford.
game than this, though.
Is that Old Trafford
Yeah,
as well? Yeah.
What are you saying?
It's a bigger game than this one. Because it's really top four. It's a real top four clash, isn't it?
Oh, that's good.
Turn and get him. Go on, Rashi.
Clump him.
That is so dirty by
Back
Company.
post.
Company tried to take him out again
Sure.
then.
Oh,
Company hasn't been great this game.
No, yeah, Company's been poor. Put it top bins.
Wow.
Rubbish. The quality level on show by Manchester United's first team in this game is awful. Genuinely, we have no right to finish in the top four. We're not good enough as individuals. We're not good enough as a team unit. We have no star moments of quality from anybody on the pitch. Tactically, we're all over the place.
Oh, you big man.
We're now bringing on Romelu Lollipop, who can just, all he does is signal, stands static and signals like this. I want the ball to feet, and it's trampolining off me.
You've been waiting all week to say that.
I've literally had enough of this team. I could just walk off this stream, but I won't because, it really is a great product.
What just happened? What just happened then is Sterling just outside our own box, gave the ball away, and you did absolutely nothing with it.
I didn't see it.
Yeah. Like that is any other game, that is a massive mistake. Yeah, but in this game, apparently it's fine. You are crap.
I think it's the second goal killed us as well. I think, but actually, even up until that first goal, it was a relatively even game, just with City showing obviously more quality on the ball. I just think we're too easily deflated. It's been a bit of a sign recently that at 1-2-0 down, this team tends to kind of, I don't know, just switch off a little bit. Just aren't as fast to the ball as they were before. And like, I'm not going to compare it to kind of I don't like to compare it to under Mourinho because there are a lot of variables in that, and I think overall we're in a much better place than we were under Mourinho. But you can say that there were times under Mourinho where we'd go 2-0 down, and that would actually spark us to play a lot better. We'd start games really, really flat, and going 2-0 down would actually be the wake-up call. Whereas actually, I think United these days start games a lot better, but you know, after going 1-2-0 down, just
the quality's awful.
Just the work rate in general, just the organisation.
Yeah, I agree. And also, like, the game control. Like, it's just rubbish. Like, there's no cohesion, is there, amongst our team? There's no attacking threat from the fullbacks. You know, you see modern-day fullbacks gunning forward and offering support on the outside of their wingers. And tucking centrally to offer defensive stabilisation.
Wins the throw-in.
Like, you know how I thought the really good fullbacks offer you width, attack.
He loves it.
Defensive, like, midfield solidity. Ours... I don't even know what they do. Like, what does he who should not be named offer other than giving the ball away 20 plus times a game, failing with every set piece he takes, and not being able to deliver across?
Looks like City might be making a sub. Just saw someone going up.
Otamendi on.
I wouldn't be surprised. Company really, really hasn't been comfortable, and Otamendi would probably give more comfort on the ball than him at the moment.
More comfort than company.
Yep.
Honestly,
I'm
just getting sent abuse here on WhatsApp as well.
Who, from George?
From everyone, put him in!
Oh,
hello.
Where is he? What's happened? We've got our...
Give it.
He's going to shoot. No, he's not.
He's done all right. Come on, Rob.
Oh, no.
No, here we go.
Lingard.
Lingard, too.
Oh, Lingard,
good clearance from Lingard there.
Man.
Always been a quality defender, Lingard.
I'm not sure how Jesse...
You had a 2-on-1.
I'm not sure how Jesse...
If that was the first time, it could have been an awful ball just to the right. As long as that ball went to the right first time. But no. Lukaku didn't do bad there, to be fair. Got the ball and got it into the 6-yard box with a cross.
It's just like so basic. It's such basic striker, isn't it? Like,
City do that all the time. City always do that. Like, get it to the byline, just get it across the box and hope someone's there.
But then it's less hoping with you because you've got 4 or 5 players entering the box at breakneck speed at that point.
Yeah, I agree.
With United at this stage in the game, it's not going to happen.
What's he doing? He can't be offside from a goal kick, Chris.
The basic rules that.
Genuinely there, Chris Smalling was trying to play an offside trap from an Edison goal kick.
You know what
It's laughable.
He needs to read what's it called? You Are the Ref. Do you remember You Are the Ref, the little comic book strip? That was great for niche rules on football. What do you do if you're the ref in this situation?
What was that really niche one on Stat Wars? What happens if the ball goes out from a corner for... I can't remember what it was now.
Atkins did be dirty on that one.
I can't remember what it is.
Genuinely though, how are we at this level playing offside traps and goal kicks? Well, I actually don't think City have been that great today. A decent team would really... Liverpool
would have smashed City tonight. Absolutely smashed City tonight.
It's just laughable, isn't it? It really is comical. The state of... if United get in the top 4, Arsenal and Chelsea... You should hang your heads in shame.
Oh no, what's happening here?
I fully agree. It's going to be Chelsea.
Wow. It's all gone wrong.
Well done, Victor.
That's actually not bad.
What?
What's a great
goal? Oi.
Company going to ground again. Missing the ball.
Good game, is it?
No.
Smash!
What a
days!
What a
Rom.
How much did he cost?
He's playing in Timberlands again.
Sums him up. Absolutely.
What is that?
sums him up. It genuinely does. Like Rashford working, moving off the ball. Romelu just trotting into the box.
Oh, man. Take a touch at least.
He's trying to do. He's trying to do Mesut Ozil's technique.
Oh,
He's like Basil Fawlty. He just trots in the worst timing. He's got the worst timing. Oh God, it's a comedy act, isn't it? It really is a comedy act at the moment. From the whole situation's comical. Yeah, you honestly, you couldn't write it. If you gave this script to Gervais, he'd laugh you out the room. Not in a good way.
It's too unrealistic, I'd say.
Yeah.
Go on. See how every attack has to come down this side, though.
Fair play to Bernardo. That was fantastic from him.
I mean, that's what we should be expecting, though, from like a wide player nowadays. Like he's so good, Bernardo Silva.
Yeah.
3-1 full time at Wolves.
That doesn't
Arsenal,
matter, does it really?
terrible result.
Everyone's played the same amount of games.
Yeah, it's
and
not.
We're a point behind Chelsea. It's fine.
So where are you? 6th?
Yeah, we're sixth.
No, you're 5th. We're 6th.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, no, we are 5th. Point behind Chelsea, and I think you're a point behind us.
Yeah.
It might be 2 points behind, actually.
You next, and we've got Leicester. We've really got to beat Leicester.
Gosh,
Wow.
Leicester's such a big game for
really
Arsenal.
need to beat
Because
Leicester.
if United beat Chelsea, we jump to 4th.
Yeah,
We jumped to 4th in... Oh, yeah, of course, yeah.
Because-
Oh, go on,
Come on, Leicester.
Does goal difference come in anywhere?
United is so far off.
Yeah,
the
I
ball.
love-
Absolutely.
especially after Everton.
So readable.
Nearly
calamity Mike
Own
there.
goal of the
That is
season. That could have been.
amazing.
What is he doing there? What is he doing?
I mean, what's he got? What can he do there?
Down
To be
for a
fair?
corner. Why are you trying to hook it back into play?
Wait,
I don't know how he puts it out for a corner there. He's at full stretch.
No, I thought it was him in his own face.
No, it was Bernardo. No, it was Bernardo.
Look at the options there. De Gea, you can't moan at anyone tonight. I'll be expecting a tweet from De Gea about 11 o'clock saying, "Oh, I'm really sorry for my performance." 15th for the season.
It was just like I just really didn't want Liverpool to win the league.
Yeah. Now, at what stage does like apologies from players just? They may as well just have a stock template. The United boys.
Oh, that's a handball.
United boys may as well just have a stock template they roll out. Yeah, it just was not good enough for a shirt of this quality. You know, we disrespected the club and the fans.
That's what Pogba said, didn't he?
Yeah, I'd really like. That's a great ball. I'd really like to thank the fans for their ongoing support. This is stock rubbish, isn't it?
I don't know. I think after Everton it was
It
necessary.
is a get your apology, yeah.
Fred, that was so bad by Fred, by the way. That was so painful by Fred.
I feel very comfortable right now.
I'm not surprised, mate. Have you seen the shambles that's in front of you now? You may as well be playing a
So
championship.
you're top of the league now, aren't you? And both on the same amount
So
of
you're a
games.
point ahead of Liverpool.
Point
now.
ahead.
So it's all
Point
in
ahead.
your hands.
It was always in our
And
hands.
who have you got to play?
We have Brighton.
Okay.
I think at.
I think you're Brighton away, actually.
You know what rhymes with
And-
Brighton though? Titan. So
Titan
be
clash.
careful. Yeah.
Brighton. Yeah.
Great.
And
Okay,
who
cool,
else?
sorry.
Who's our last game? I think Brighton's our last game of the season, maybe. And we have
Leicester.
Leicester. We
Leicester
both
at
got
home?
Leicester, yeah.
Away?
Leicester
I think
at
Leicester
home.
at home, Brighton away, I
Sounds
think.
okay.
And City.
What is that? What is that? He's killing the fight.
It's a joke as well because Lindelof has been single-handed.
Look at it! Look at it! Look at that! Look at that! How rapid Look at that!
Pushed him over.
Anyway, you've
What
got
we saying?
Burnley, Leicester and Brighton.
Good cut.
The Brighton last game of the season.
Right, that's it.
So if you win it, you win it in the action.
Thing is though, whatever situation, unless City lose 2 games in 1 of the 3 games, that this game will lose. It's really unlikely to happen. We'll win on the last day. Whatever happens.
Oh, here you go. This is the change.
Martial.
This is the change that should have happened at about
Needs to
55 minutes. Why are we bringing on Martial and Alexis right now? There's literally no point.
You're going to take
We're
off
going hell for
Smalling,
leather, mate.
Smalling
Are we
and
going FDFC in the last game of squad goals?
taking off De
reckon that'll
Gea
happen?
and
seconds.
Young and bringing on them two. That's what I think.
Put Rom in goal.
Oh. It's
Oh,
really
man.
not good, is it? It's really not good. I mean, what formation are we playing?
I don't know.
Have you played formation
We've
at all?
gone
Since 55 minutes, I'm not sure.
We've gone 4 up front. Yeah, apologies for breaking my own mic, getting so irritated with Romelu Lukaku's first touch that I actually broke a microphone there.
Oh, did
but
you
we
actually
are
break
back in
it?
the building.
God.
It's come.
Alright.
You get fined
great.
for that.
Yeah, apologies.
Week's wage.
I think City have been quite sloppy. Do you
Yeah.
think they'll be disappointed with this?
Oh, it's disgusting! It's disgusting. He's hit him in the head and kicked him. That's assault.
Stop it with the fake news, James.
I
You
know,
got your
I'm
win.
trying to add
Come on.
excitement to this game. Come on, mate.
Come on, man.
Give me.
It's exciting enough as it
Here we
is.
go. Here we go. It
Is it
comes.
not a moustache?
The big
Is that
guns.
Alexis
Yeah,
Yeah,
Sanchez?
Alexis Sanchez. He's gone full goatee. I love it.
Oh, Florian
He
Sanchez.
watched the Vibe what's it called, the fortune telling
Yeah, he
thing,
did.
and he was like, you know what, I
So
want a bit
is
of that.
Tony.
Yeah.
Why is he this rubbish moustache?
You do realise when
He
Man
can't
United
grow
players
them.
aren't
Oh my
playing, they
God.
don't have
Oh
to shave.
my god.
That is such a
Midlife crisis.
Yeah.
That is, I mean, that if anything has
Actually,
ever
no,
shouted,
speaking of-
I'm going to be in
I
China.
love Matteo Darmian's bum fluff.
If
though.
anything is ever shouted, I'm going to be in China in 3 months' time more. Let me know, because it seems
So
like he's given up.
He's just trying to hide his identity. That's what he's trying to do.
What secret
a
agent?
moustache.
Secret agent.
That's what you do. You put a moustache on. You're like,
With the
Yeah.
glasses. Manchester City Centre.
I'm back.
At Starbucks.
Oh gosh,
Oh,
it's
God.
just so painful, isn't it? We've got 7 minutes left in this game. And he's brought on Sanchez, he's taken off Darmian, he's brought on Martial and taken off Lingard. So we're playing with 5 up front right now. Because we've got Rashford.
How have we still got the ball in this situation?
Go on,
we
Mike.
don't.
Well done. Here, give it away, don't worry. There you go.
We've got 12
Oh, yeah?
players.
Oh, that literally just bounces off his head. It bounces off his head.
You might as well not be
Man.
there.
Oi,
Here we go.
oh, look at that.
Little foul.
there we go, Marshall.
They're just trying to foul him.
Tacticals.
They don't give away tactical foul, City, though, in the build-up to...
No.
What is the point in City committing any kind of fouls at this point? Like,
Well,
surely
that's a good foul to give away, though, isn't it? It stops
Yeah.
the break. You didn't get booked.
it does, but yeah, if you get booked there, it's a bit silly.
But it's like Sterling.
Oh,
he knows he's not going
who's,
to get
who's
sent off.
that? Who's that?
Give me that
Sorry.
gap. There's
What's
the gap.
his name? Kieran Welch.
Great
You're
ball.
You're an idiot.
Great ball.
You're an
Oh,
idiot.
Kieran Welch is an idiot.
You're an idiot.
You wanna hear
Oh.
what
It's
Kieran
not, even,
Welch
it's not
said?
even a hot take. He's just trying to troll us.
Go on.
Yeah.
Says Sanchez better than Bernardo Silva.
Banner. Okay. We've got to get the ball forward quicker, United. It's so slow in transition. It's unbelievable.
You've committed so many players to this. What?
What's this?
And
We're just
it's an
hoofing
awful
it towards
cross.
Rob now, aren't we?
The ball's in the air more than a non-league game.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow. This is just awful to watch. Just truly, truly awful. I really feel like I feel like I'm having some sort of episode here watching Man United. It's just so bad.
I think it's been
Well,
going on for the last 3 weeks,
Yeah, I
mate.
know.
This is the start of the end.
It's just so bad. Seriously.
3 streams and 3, quite comfortable losses. You have to kind of wonder at what point do the views, stop taking the precedent.
Did you see that? Did you see
No.
that touch by Rom there?
You two are cursed.
Has anybody?
Yeah, cursed.
Yeah.
We're a cursed club.
It's
As Sonny says.
restrictions, mate. It's restrictions.
Don't
What's the
shoot.
Everton game?
He's going to shoot. Let's face it.
Oh.
Go.
Oh, I told
Alisson.
Alexi was in there,
No
mate.
fear.
Told you we should have brought him on earlier.
He needs to get a brand deal with no fear.
That would suit him down to the ground. His hair is so bad.
Get like a pair of chunky shoes.
Yeah, and one of those backpacks.
Yeah.
Temps, have we got any more questions?
Faye does listen
5
to
minutes left
metal
in the
music.
game.
We do. People obviously saying you've lost your head. There was a few questions earlier saying how long would it take Joe to lose his head?
Well,
I think-
if
Actually,
you're-
got the answer.
actually took a while
like,
tonight.
I've lost
Yeah.
my head, but rightly so. I mean, have you seen the touches since Big Rom has come onto the pitch?
it's brilliant.
Yeah, it's really fun.
So good to watch.
He's actually been on the pitch for now, 15 minutes. I'm unconvinced that he's successfully brought the ball under control once.
Yeah. Controls
We'll go to
per
a question,
90.
though.
Yeah, go on,
Question
sorry.
from Adam Cruz. Would you take Coutinho at Manchester United?
No.
You wouldn't?
Really?
No, I don't know where he play. Where does he play? He wants to be that
Left side,
attacking.
isn't
He wants to be that attacking midfield like dynamo. Pogba's in that role. Like he wants to be as the attacking man in a trio. Does he want to be a 10? We don't play as a 4-2-3-1 with a 10.
You've got Sanchez.
We've got players on the left-hand side like Martial there at the moment. There's more pressing issues than 100 million on Coutinho. God, that is an ex-Liverpool player.
Ugh, icky.
Doesn't happen,
Not
no.
going to happen.
Ew.
I wouldn't take him. There's just way bigger issues in our squad than getting Philippe Coutinho in the door. That's an absolute luxury signing that United cannot afford to make. Could you imagine him busting a gut and working his heart out away at Huddersfield? I can't. Go on.
No.
Huddersfield
are going down this season anyway, so it won't be there.
Another signing
You're
for
wrong.
Manchester United here. Would Ndidi be a good signing for Manchester United?
Ndidi.
He'd be better. He'd be better.
Yeah,
You think
much better, but
You probably get him a sense. No, I think you can.
so much money, man.
Yeah.
Would how much money does he actually cost though?
40,
50 mil.
35?
50 mil. I'd pay 50 mil on a
50
top
million
class
minimum.
CDM.
I think 50 million minimum. He's 20. What is he? 21, 22?
He's like 22, I think.
22.
Yeah.
He's highly rated.
Bernardo
Premier League
Silva is so
experience.
bloody good.
Leicester definitely don't need money.
Yeah.
They've just. We tried to get Maguire and they quoted us like 60.
So
Like,
good,
Ndidi's a
Mahrez.
way more valuable asset than that. Like, we're not going to get him for 50, I don't think. He's probably one of their best sellable assets, Ndidi. Really, alongside maybe a Madison.
Yeah. I would spend over 50 mil on him though.
Them.
I would
Really?
spend.
All those
Yeah, because
happy chaps.
CDM's such an important role for us to fill.
A lot of phone inside.
The sooner we get business done in that area, the better.
Yeah.
Unless we actually want Fred to fulfil that role, but I've not seen enough from him to suggest that he can fulfil that role in the long term. I don't know. Like he's been all right there, but as he's shown tonight, he's not. Yeah.
Oh, brilliant by Mike Smalling. Yeah, has Alexi touched the ball yet?
No, he's come close to though.
Has he?
I'll give him that. But nearly got in on that rebound earlier.
Oh, Christ
fantastic
alive.
from Luke Shaw. That talk about tactical fouls. There you go. Best in the game.
Really
Yeah.
good. Andre Mariner's caught himself a tan, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
got
yeah.
a nice,
Wow.
a nice green whistle as well.
Somebody's
Yeah.
been on
Never seen
holiday,
it.
Andre, or
Never really
spent.
seen
Ooh.
green whistles.
I think he might have been in South Africa with Hamill.
Yeah,
Rumour
maybe.
has it.
Or he could have just been on Richmond Park, mate. 25
He
degrees.
could have, yeah.
This
Ooh.
weekend.
That's where you were on the weekend, wasn't it, Thames?
Yeah, I don't-
Best spot in London, isn't it?
Oh, you could.
It really is nice there.
Richmond's
Isn't it?
lovely.
It's a nice little park, isn't
Yeah.
it? Did you go into Richmond Town Centre at all?
Do you go on that bank
I
by the
just went
river?
in
That's
the
the
park.
best
Okay.
place.
Yeah, it is just by the Volkarevs. That's
Yeah.
just totally out of place.
And the
isn't it?
Oh
slide
yeah,
net,
do
you
you
get-
know the Riverside?
get-
That's
Yeah, I was
great.
there on the weekend.
Oh really?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, you should have said.
Yeah, we're close.
Nearby. No, but we're nearby.
Oh yeah,
One
one
bus.
bus. In Richmond.
Yeah.
Oh, I should have said you could have come down.
giving
Either
away
way,
our
let's probably get
location.
back to
Right,
football.
Richard,
We're
what
just
do you
talking
think
about our
of
weekend. Any attempts, please
yes,
lift my mood somehow.
Martinello's on, so
Sam.
He's got a
has
mistake in him.
asked-
he has got a mistake in him.
This is for Joe, by the way.
Brilliant.
Yeah, it could be for Mikey as well.
Ooh.
Who
Okay.
would you want to replace Lukaku with? Obviously, you've been
Anyone.
moaning about him,
A
right?
more a more dynamic striker, like somebody who can get involved in build-up play. So, like, I don't think that classic like number 9, like
Oh,
Rom,
he's gone
is
down.
any longer viable in the modern game.
That's a big shout, man. I think
Like,
it is, but maybe.
Who does it?
Who's
Who
actually
has that?
realistic?
Who has that striker that's at a top level now? Like,
Oh,
which top
lovely.
team employs an out-and-out like battering ram 9?
But I don't think. To be fair to Lukaku, I think it's unfair to call him that. Like I think last season he was very much involved in build-up play. I think he was our busiest attacker last season, probably our best attacker in terms of consistency. I just think he's just dropped off an absolute cliff this
Oh, my
season,
Lord.
and our tactics have resorted to just hoofing it up at him when he is on the pitch. And let's remember that he hasn't had an awful lot of game time in the last few months. I think it's unfair to call him that because I don't think that's what he was brought in to do, really. Like,
But I don't think he offers like anything
4 minutes
of
of
the
fun
level.
left.
the
no,
level
I
we're trying to
agree.
hit.
I
The
agree.
level we're trying to hit, this striker does not work. You need somebody more dynamic than Romelu Lukaku as your out-and-out 9. I'm not even sure Rashford's dynamic enough to do it.
Yeah, perhaps not. But I think when you saw, I do think when you saw out the right side though, that the attack in general starts to tick over better.
Totally
I think
Yeah.
you don't focus on that striker to begin with. You
Yeah.
maybe keep. I would probably keep Lukaku this summer unless we can get a very good price for him,
Same.
and focus on the right side. Because that can change everything. That can change everything. You just need more options there. You need more players who are, who need to be marked essentially.
Yeah, it's also
in that
like,
forward line.
It's also like as soon as your midfield finally finds some coherence, again tonight, midfield really quite non-existent. Probably not good enough for a top 4 challenge, let alone a title challenge. And as soon as you find midfield with some coherence, some fullbacks that can actually deliver attacking presence, then you start to find your strikers just start ticking over. Like Romelu, like Mike says, and if we can get. If somebody came and said, I'll give you £60 million plus for Rom, I'd probably get rid.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
But I don't think that's going to happen. And there's way more pressing areas again to sort out in this squad. It stinks. This squad stinks.
But would you say, going back to the question, if there was a striker to replace Lukaku with, who would be your ideal candidate?
Honestly, it's now. If you don't laugh, you will cry.
He's genuinely given the ball away around about 7 times, and he's only been on the pitch about 20 minutes.
I cannot describe Romelu's performance since he's come onto the pitch.
Well,
it's genuinely laughable.
David Silva got man of the match.
David Silva, really?
Yeah,
maybe we just underplayed.
I was about to ask, who's your
Bernardo.
I would have said Bernardo.
Yeah, fabulous performance. But if I was my ideal striker, it's hard. It's really hard to identify someone that United can actually sign. You're looking at you want a Paulo Dybala, don't you? Paulo Dybala would be a great striker for Man United, but United aren't going to get Paulo Dybala. He's a level ahead of where Man United are, and where Man United are aiming to be within the next 3 years even. So you're not going to get him. I don't know where you go really with our striking options. I would just spend the money elsewhere. Build a better squad. Stop buying individuals, man. Build a squad. Is he awake here? Is he awake?
He's got over his head.
Oh, Lord.
Oh, no. Sorry, he's not kept that in, has he?
This mess
That
from here who should not be named. Captain Fantastic in the corner there, making an absolute mockery of the club yet again. Go on, ping it out towards Big Rom so he can win a header for us. Here he is. Get up, Rom.
Beaten by
There you go, that's good. That was fantastic.
That's actually the best thing he's done since he's been on the pitch.
One accurate pass.
Man.
That's actually the biggest impact he's had.
Fred's
on the pitch.
passing has been so poor the last 20 minutes,
Walker
man.
has played the whole game and he's still out running with the ball, Martial.
Oh, don't take the Mickey. Come on, yes. That's what you get for taking the Mickey.
We've lost 7 of our last 9 games.
What?
Rumble.
Really?
Absolutely rumble.
Is that in all comps, I'm assuming? Yeah.
Competitions.
Oh, man.
We've lost 7 of 9 and we've got Chelsea on the weekend. Wow.
God.
Yeah, that's all right.
Yeah, man.
We'll be fine. We'll beat Chelsea.
Finally off.
All right. Come on then, Tony, do some magic. Look, where's the movement from Rom? I'm looking for really firing movement. He's in the middle again, pointing to things.
He doesn't want the ball, look.
All he does is point, look, he just pointed! Run!
He plays that.
All he does is point! You could stick him in Heathrow and he would do a decent job.
He would do a very good job.
At Old Trafford, it's nothing. Stick him in a high vis at Heathrow. Here he is.
There we go. Oh!
Go on, stick it top bins. And that sums it up. And that sums it up. Fells to Rashford, 30 yards from goal. Sorry, in the box, finishes 30 yards from goal. Oh my Lord. Ollie's right, like, he's just looking at his bench thinking, what have I done leaving Mulder? should have signed a contract with Mould. He's joined an absolute horror show here. It couldn't get any worse. Really couldn't get any worse.
It could get worse.
He could put himself up front and he'd do a better job than Rom.
Probably right now.
Alexis has been on the pitch 10 minutes. He actually didn't touch the ball. I reckon he's genuinely had 1 touch of the ball in 10 minutes.
I don't know if he's had a touch of the ball.
Has he touched the ball?
I know he hasn't.
That's it.
Full time. Manchester City.
Can someone find out, has Alexis Sanchez had a touch?
Has Alexis Sanchez touched the ball? Please let us know in the comments below. Either way, a loss for Manchester United, but maybe a win in the bigger picture because it does put a big old dent in Liverpool's title.
It does. This is a big win for Man City. Yeah. As long as they don't celebrate in the changing room, and disrespect, then I'm all right. Otherwise,
I heard all dairy products have been restricted for this game. So no Milkgate.
Oh yeah, no Milkgate. Really.
Do you want to just explain about David Blaine and the egg?
Are we really?
Yeah.
No, I'm joking. Let's get 2 more questions before we wrap it up. Then. So 2 more questions.
How long before Ollie is actually gone? What do you reckon?
Week and a half.
Sorry, hang on, what?
Before
Ollie is gone. What world do people live in? Ollie's going to 100% be here next season. It's like the most ridiculous statement. He's just signed a 3-year contract. Wake up. He's definitely going nowhere. There's going to be players axed, board members axed. The fans will not. This is the difference as well. The fans will absolutely not turn on Ollie. No. This is the difference between him and managers going in the past, where the fans have maybe just started to turn. Ollie won't get turned on. I don't think so, anyway.
I mean, United fans are pretty stick by the manager quite a lot. Actually, it takes a lot for them.
Much
to turn
longer
on
than a lot of other managers.
But yeah, no, he's definitely here next season. Whether he's here in 12 months' time remains to be seen. So it depends what he does this summer. It depends what happens in the first half of next season. You know, if United can be a comfortable top 4 next season, then he's done his job. But yeah. So.
Eva says Ollie is gone if they lose to Chelsea.
That's rubbish.
Come on,
that's rubbish.
Come on.
You're better than that,
I think
it's people just trolling. Let's get like one more legitimate question and then we will wrap it up.
Such a good win.
Just off the back of what you were asking about Sanchez, some people are saying 1 touch, some people are saying 0 touches. So
not good.
We'll call it 0.5 then.
Yeah.
Really nice.
Okay, there's a few random.
I have to say, it hasn't really kind of sunk in the fact that we've got through Tottenham and United.
Big.
Very big at this stage of the season. It's a bit weird, this one, because like we're behind in terms of games, so it puts them in front, although we still have the game in hand, which has now been corrected, as of now. And
who plays first on the weekend, just to say?
I'm not too sure.
Because that's going to make it interesting.
That will make it interesting, yeah.
I really do think now that we've got through the rough, and it's ours to lose, obviously. That is a very obvious statement. And if we do lose it, then Christ, we don't deserve it.
Okay, well, I'll do a few shout-outs before we do our last question. Fiona Gregory says, please shout me out. She's subbed, she's turned push notifications on.
Nice.
And she's liked the video.
Yes.
So thank you, Fiona. And
that's what everyone needs to do.
Kieran Welsh says, saw Joe in Tesco's buying flowers 2 days ago. Ring any bells, Joe?
Absolutely wasn't me. No, sorry, Chloe, but I haven't bought flowers in months.
This was the guy who said that Alexis Sanchez is better than Bernardo
I think
Silva, so we'll
trolling
disregard him.
But the real question is, Magnus says, is getting Griezmann and Koulibaly a must for the summer?
Griezmann.
I think rogue shouts.
I think the Griezmann bus has passed.
Yeah.
I think so.
What do you think, like Fortnite?
Well, if he turned down Barcelona to stay at Atleti, why would he go to United? Like,
especially in no Champions League
I feel like he's
football.
definitely going to leave this summer, though.
What, really?
Barca,
Really?
I feel like he will.
Who?
Yeah.
Griezmann. Yeah. I don't think Barca are going to want him. I think he's missed the boat. Yeah. Like he could have gone to Barcelona and he chose to stay. I think Barca have got other options now. You look at Luka Jovic is probably going to cost them less.
89.
Here's the table, by the way. United are now 3 points off.
It's fine.
3 points off the top 4.
So even if we beat Chelsea on Sunday, still don't overtake them.
Points. It's 3 games left. So
that's it done.
Top 4 done for
Wolves could finish 4 points, potentially.
I mean, that's a long way to go. They are 13 points off us at the moment.
Yep, but they could be.
Either way, I don't think, just to go back to the question before we wrap up, I don't think Griezmann's going to go to Manchester United. Too much of a drop off, and I think he's missed the boat with Barcelona and they're going to go for other options.
Friday night football.
Oh, so Liverpool play first. So again, Liverpool
then we
chance to go top.
Yeah. Either way, that is
weekend of fixtures,
the end of Armchair Fans. If you enjoyed this stream and you want to watch more Premier League games in the future, make sure you click the link in the description below right now to get your Sky Sports mobile month pass, courtesy of Now TV, for just £5.99. Some huge games coming up. You can watch Liverpool Huddersfield, Tottenham West Ham, Leicester Arsenal, Burnley City, Man United Chelsea, all available by clicking the link in the description below. Make sure you go and do that. It's well worth it. Gives you unlimited access to 5 channels, including Sky Sports Premier League. Anything else to add, gents, before we sign off? What else should people watch
today?
Brilliant.
Fantastic.
Got anything interesting coming up?
Well, what did we upload today, Adam, that people can watch after this?
Talk. Well, to Real Madrid, we also uploaded a top 10 on Eurofootball Daily. 10 clubs that need to spend big in the summer. Manchester United are in that top 10.
Oh, there we go. And of course, non-league vlogs.
Non-league vlogs, FDFC. Go subscribe to that if you haven't already. Obviously, subscribe to Football Daily. Subscribe to Eurofootball Daily. Stat Wars over there. Just lots of great content coming out from us in this seminal end to the season.
Smash.
So there you go. It's the only place to follow Premier League and the Champions League.
Really
I'm not quite there yet, but you know what? I'm
very close.
I'm trying.
I'm
feeling a bit like Romelu Lukaku.
Anyway, thanks very much for watching, guys.
Brilliant.
Good night.
Brilliant.